Welcome to the BEASTwriter family where social media engagement is encouraged. I am your host, Ryan Sakamoto, and today we are going to be breaking down and making sense of my day one free agent winners and losers. That's right, I'm going to go ahead and break down every transaction as it pertains to not in-house free agents, but ones that were made outside the building and how that affects the draft moving forward. Hey, look, we have a lot of stuff to talk about. So we're just going to dive right into it. Before I go ahead and do that, I just want to say thank you to each and every one of you for subscribing to my channel. Just be sure to flip on and turn on the bell notifications so you get notified when I go live or when I upload content. Also, I'm doing giveaways for all who subscribe to my channel. So be sure to go ahead and follow me so you'll be entered for this. Again, Jimmy Garoppolo bobblehead, complete with the NFL licensing logo, as well as the 49ers backpack, again, with the NFL licensing logo. All right, so it's all real stuff. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. We have a lot to discuss. Just be sure to sit tight with me. I'm going to be moving between the comments, these tickers that you're about to see, and exactly how everything plays a role. So bear with me for a second. Let's go ahead and take it step by step as we break down the NFL news. So there's a bunch of new moves that were made, and some were good moves, some were questionable moves, and some were bad moves, right? I think we can take a look at some of these free agents that were signed, and you're looking at them and be like, what? He got what? And then other signings be like, dang, they got him on the cheap. Kind of like Jason Verrett, right? They got him on a one-year deal, $5 million, can't beat it. Got Emmanuel Mosley for a $10.1 million contract for 2 years. That's a good bargain. So you get two starting cornerbacks for $5 million APY. That's a sweet deal. But let's go ahead and get started. Again, the comments are coming in hot. Let's go ahead and just add these in here. All right, so I'm going to talk about, so Mello from YouTube, BEASTwriter Fan says, I saw a center from Las Vegas was released. Is he any good? If so, is he worth getting, and how much would it cost? Thank you for your feedback, Mello. I am going to touch base on that after I conclude the breakdown of the transactions from yesterday. You guys are asking me what's going on there, so I'm going to go ahead and break that down. Let me just go ahead and, again, bear with me on the comments. Go ahead and leave your comments and questions as I run this podcast, but we're just going to go and dive right into it. There's a lot to discuss here, guys. Starting with the Jaguars. GM Trent Baalke reunites with his second-round pick, drafted number 57 overall, and running back Carlos Hyde out of The Ohio State University. Why was this move made? Well, it was made for a lot of different reasons, because they needed a running back. One, they got James Robinson. Like, oh man, that guy's a good throw. Yeah, he's definitely good, but you can always add depth at the position, and I think that's what Carlos Hyde brings to the table. In today's NFL, you need a stable of workhorse of running backs to work with, kind of like a back by committee approach. Excuse me. So he reunites with Trent Baalke, who drafted him back in 2014. Also, he reunites with Urban Meyer, who was his head coach over at The Ohio State University. So sound play there. I can see how the Jaguars made that move and why it made sense. All right. The first big signing was the Jets going ahead and signing tight end, defensive end Carl Lawson to a 3-year, $45 million contract. 3-year, $45 million contract. And people are saying, well, who's Carl Lawson? Well, that's why you guys have me. He's a 2017 fourth-round pick, drafted number 116 overall out of Auburn. He clocks in at around 6'2", 261, so the guy's pretty big, has the great height, weight, speed that you look for from Saleh's defense, from the defensive end spot. And furthermore than that, you compound that with the measurables that he put up at the combine. He repped out 35 reps of 225. That's a beast. That is beast approved right there. And then you look at what he did in his 40-yard dash. I believe he ran a 4.67 40-yard dash. So the conversion from speed to power converts. And then you turn on the film against the run. The guy is strong as an ox. He can really set the point of attack, can really anchor that side of the field. So I can see how Robert Saleh and GM Joe Douglas are playing this. They're saying, hey, man, we need to solidify the defensive line. I want to have what I had in San Francisco. Let's go ahead and get Carl Lawson. Now, with all that being good and dandy, he does have some issues. And this is where buyers beware comes into play. Consistency is key in the NFL. I always said it since day one. If you're not consistent, you're not going to be in the NFL for too long, right? We see it with Akilla Willis when people are jumping off ship because he's what? Inconsistent. We don't know what's going on with Eric Armstead. Had one good year, then what? That's it. How long has he been in the year? Been in the league since 2015. So what are we getting with him? Right? So consistency is key in the NFL. When it comes to Carl Lawson's game, he's very inconsistent. What I mean by that, well, his rookie year, he had 8.5 sacks, which ranked second on the team on the Cincinnati Bengals behind Geno Atkins. Fast forward 3 years later, he only has 11.5 sacks since. So they're banking on his potential, on what he did his rookie season when he was named a PFWA all-rookie team member. And now, fast forward to today, what are you really getting? Are you getting the 8.5 sack guy his rookie year, or are you banking on a guy's lack of sack numbers at 11.5? And to put that in perspective and to even compound that problem, he had a torn ACL back in 2018. If you're going to pay a guy $30 million in guaranteed money over the next 3 years, we're not talking about his base salary or roster bonus. We're just talking about his guaranteed money. $10 million spread over the lifelong of the contract of 3 years. He better be more than just an edge run stuffer. He better be a pass rush specialist and rack up at least 8 to 10 sacks. He better at least get 8. Or at least create pressure. At least create the quarterback pressures that result in the loss of down in my grading system. Do one of those two things, it'll be well worth it. But I don't know. They then double down on the guy by the name of Corey Davis. Yes, who is Corey Davis? Again, I'm toggling back and forth. Let me just put up the comments here. Go ahead and leave your comments. I know I'm not getting to them or posting them yet. I see them here. They're coming in hot. I'll get to those after I go ahead and break down the podcast. There's just way too many things going on. But thank you so much. Leave those comments, obviously. Leave those questions, and I'll be sure to answer them. But let's get back to the Jets and what you see here. The Jets signed Corey Davis to a 3-year, $37.5 million contract. And people are saying, well, who's Corey Davis? Well, again, you have me. He's another 2017 first-round pick. So, again, a lot of these free agents, if you're looking at the trends, they were 2017 draft class people, draft class players. And the reason for that is because the teams didn't want to pay them. They didn't want to extend them on their second contract because that's where the most money is going to be made. Where do you get the most money? In free agency. Usually it doesn't come off an extension off your team that originally drafted you because you want to go and get paid. So you'll be like, hey, I'm not going to get a hometown discount. You had me for 4 years. Or you had me for 5 years if you're a first-round pick and they got the fifth-year option. So Corey Davis is in the same situation. He was with the Tennessee Titans, drafted by Tennessee, number 5 overall in 2017. He is the highest drafted player ever coming out of Western Michigan. He is 6'3", 209 pounds. So the guy is big. He's strong. He's fast. Very smart. According to a lot of reports, he scored a 31 on the Wonderlic test. That's pretty high. That means he's not dumb. That means he's a bright guy. And he was just 55 yards short, of hitting the 1K benchmark. So although he never had a 1,000-yard season, he had 55 yards short of hitting that. I think that's 945. All right. So he's right there. And the reason why the Jets got him in the first place is not just because, he's a former first-round pick. We see the potential. Let's break it down. Let's peel back layers of the onion to get to the core, as I always like to say. Who do they have at wide receiver? Robbie Anderson's gone. And they have Jamison Crowder, but he's playing in the last year of his contract when he signed a 3-year, $26 million contract or whatever it was. So he's going to be on a contract year at the end of the year. Are they going to re-sign him? I don't know. But hey, we got Corey Davis who can slide right in and take his spot under a new regime with Robert Saleh there. So nice play there. I really like that move. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the next one. Oh my gosh, we got Bengals defensive end Trey Hendrickson coming over for the New Orleans Saints. And people are wondering, man, he got paid 4-year, $60 million contract. 4-year, $60 million contract, guys. Let me tell you this. I think they overpaid for him, and here's why. Well, coming out, he was a 2017 third-round pick, drafted number 103 overall at a Florida Atlantic University. Clocked in at around 6'4", 266, right? So the guy is good from a 4th defensive end standpoint. He then went on and had a career season and a contract year, being named a 2020 first-team All-Pro, racking up 13 sacks. However, again, consistency is key in the NFL. Is he consistent? He is not. He is not. Why? Well, again, he was named a 2020 first team All-Pro. In my grading system, I would have gave it to Stephon Tuitt from the Pittsburgh Steelers. He graded out as a 6.9. Trey Hendrickson graded out as a 5.7. Why? Well, Trey Hendrickson is not the best at stopping the run. He's strictly a one-trick pony as a pass rusher. Backed up by my analytics. Here's some food for thought. He only had 22 tackles, 13 of them being sacks. So go figure. Furthermore, compound that problem by him having only 6.5 sacks his previous last 3 years combined. He only had 6.5 sacks previous in his first 3 years before coming on and bursting on the scene in 2020. Is this another Eric Armstead situation? Could happen. Anyways, I thought that was a overpriced free agent that the team signed for. They're banking on his potential in only one good year of production. But coincidentally, who is he replacing? Carl Lawson, who's in the same scenario that just went off to the New York Jets. Funny how that works. Anyways, let's move on. We have the Panthers. That's right, Carolina Panthers fans. I got you covered. The Panthers have now addressed the offensive line, something that they needed to do. They picked up signed offensive tackle Cam Irving and Pat Elflein. And I like both these guys because you have Taylor Moton on the right side. Cam Irving's probably going to play the blindside left tackle position, although we don't know what's going on there, but I think he's going to end up there. You got Matt Paredes there, and then you got Pat Elflein. So again, when you're sitting there at number 8 and how this affects the draft, obviously they're not going to go offensive line, but it gives them more flexibility on what to do in later rounds, right? Because you just solidified 2 starting spots with Elflein and Cam Irving. So nice plays there. All right, now we're going to go ahead and move on. I know we're getting a lot of questions about the Niners. Sit tight. It's coming. All right, the Broncos signed Ronald Darby to a 3-year, $30 million deal. Ronald Darby. And I think that's a sound play because, again, when you look at the Denver Broncos, who drafted number 9 overall, who are they likely taking? Probably a cornerback, and it's probably going to be Patrick Surtain. Well, not anymore. You got Bryce Callahan on one side. Now you got Ronald Darby on the other. They just released AJ Bouye earlier in the year, so obviously the need for cornerback is no longer an issue. They just signed Ronald Darby to a 3-year, $30 million contract. So what are they going to do at number 9? I am telling you right now, they are targeting Micah Parsons from Penn State if they stay pat. They are going to target Micah Parsons, teaming him up with Von Miller, who just restructured his deal, Bradley Chubb, and that will give him 3 linebackers on the second level that Vic Fangio can work with. I can guarantee you this. He probably loves Micah Parsons. All right, let's go ahead and move on. The 49ers, you guys are waiting. The 49ers, yes, they signed Samson Ebukam to a 2-year, $12 million contract. I touched base on this yesterday. I think what he's going to bring to the table is obviously he's going to be a starter, starting opposite of Dre Greenlaw with Fred Warner manning in the middle, if he gets an extension. But yes, as of it looks right now, that's the play it seems to be playing out. So he can also be a stout edge rusher, not stout, but a really strong edge rushing presence. Guy's fast. And I would like to see him in that Leo position opposite of Nick Bosa on pass situation downs. I think he could be that guy. I don't know. I like Samson Ebukam. Now it's going to be interesting to see how they play this. Are they going to resign Kerry Hyder? That's some food for thought. All right, let's move on. We have the Chargers addressing the offensive line. Yes, this is GM Tom Telesco's MO. He likes building teams from the inside out, not the outside in. You've seen him do it in the past with guys like DJ Fluker, drafted in the first round, like this height, weight, speed. Well, here we go with him making a firm grip on the offensive line, saying we are going to solidify this position. They pick up offensive center Corey Linsley from the Green Bay Packers, who was a first-team All-Pro. He is now the highest-paid center in all of football. He just reset the market there, and then they doubled down on those gains by getting offensive guard Matt Filer. If you're asking who the heck Matt Filer is, let me tell you, he came from the Pittsburgh Steelers. In 2019, he was the right tackle. He then kicked inside to guard, taking over Ramon Foster on the left guard position because he retired. So when you have a guy who can kick inside the guard, but then also has the athletic feet and athleticism to play the right side and right tackle position, that adds what? Versatility. So I believe they signed him to a 3-year deal. This is one of the most underrated moves that no one is talking about. Everyone's talking about the household names. I'm talking about Matt Filer. Dude, Matt Filer is a really good, versatile offensive lineman, and I would have loved to see him in San Francisco. However, he's going to the San Diego Chargers now. Again, his versatility is so legit that you guys are going to notice this in LA. Good play by San Diego Chargers for solidifying the line, finding help for Justin Herbert. Now, how does this affect the draft? They currently hold the 13th overall pick. Let me just move up my tab. I believe they hold the number 13th overall pick in this upcoming draft. They do. One pick behind the San Francisco 49ers. Well, if you look at what they still need a blindside left tackle. However, Matt Filer can be the emergency swing tackle, and I still believe they're going to draft a left tackle at number 13. It could be Christian Darrisaw. It could be, Rashawn Slater if he slides to there, although that would be a reach in my opinion, as I said earlier. But an offensive tackle could be in play there because you have Brian Bulaga, who is already on the right tackle position. And then you have Dan Feeney, who is also the interior guard. You combine him with Matt Filer, and then at center with Mike Pouncey retiring, just like his brother Marquise Pouncey from the Pittsburgh Steelers, coincidentally retiring. You now have a center in Corey Linsley. So you basically set all your pieces in play where you go into the draft and just need a blindside left tackle. Nice play by Tom Telesco. Kudos to you. All right, let's go ahead and move on. It's crazy how I'm doing this. I don't know how I'm doing this off the top of my head. Correct me if I'm wrong. All right, the Vikings addressed defensive line. They signed defensive tackle Dalvin Tomlinson and Stephen Weatherly. Again, if you watched my earlier mock drafts, you would know that I had the Vikings going after Christian Barmore, who I absolutely love, not just because I'm a Roll Tide fan, but Christian Barmore is the real deal. So with those plays being made, I think they might roll in a different direction. However, they still need defensive line help. And I wouldn't be surprised if they continued that route, or they can also address the offensive line. So look for one of those two positional needs being addressed at pick number 14 for the Minnesota Vikings in the first round, because although they made these defensive line moves in free agency, they still need more help. The depth is not there. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and move on. The Patriots move all in. And when I mean all in, they move all in. They made some day two deals today. It's crazy. All right, so let's get back to the first one. Let's get back to yesterday. The Patriots signed tight end Jonnu Smith from the Tennessee Titans, inking a 4-year, $50 million deal with $31.25 million in guaranteed money. Why did they sign him to that big money contract? Well, if you look at news today, who did they sign also? Tight end Hunter Henry. Who did they have during the glory days with Tom Brady there when they won Super Bowls after Super Bowl after Super Bowl? That's been basically every year. But you had what? What was the foundational piece? What was the blueprint for success there? They had Aaron Hernandez, and who'd they have? Rob Gronkowski. Are they trying to replicate that? Possibly. Great play by the Patriots for go ahead and signing two key free agents. Again, Hunter Henry, man, he could start for about 20%, or not 20%, 20 of the teams out there at tight end. He's that good. Hunter Henry is a top 10 tight end, in my opinion. Top 10 tight end, and they got him. All right. The Patriots also made power play moves. What did they do? Well, if you look at the ticker here, they picked up wide receiver Kendrick Bourne from the San Francisco 49ers and Nelson Aguilar. These are two sound moves that I really liked in New England. I thought that Kendrick Bourne would be a nice wide receiver 3 no matter where he went. I don't believe he's going to be a good number 2. However, when you have guys like Nelson Aguilar, who is basically a 1,000-yard receiver when given the right quarterback, Nelson Aguilar to me was a find. Again, Chip Kelly drafted him out of Philadelphia. I believe he was a first-round pick, and then kind of bounced around the league a little bit. Landed with the Patriots now. Bill Belichick sees talent there. He said, I'm going to coach this guy up. He had 48 catches for 896 receiving yards, 8 touchdowns with Derek Carr as his quarterback with an 18.7 average. You don't think he's going to have that type of production with Cam Newton there? We'll see. Derek Carr's a better pocket passer, but ultimately with the pieces that are in place and a better supporting cast in New England, you look at what New England's doing. They're making power play moves, and to me, they are one of the winners of day one. They're one of the winners of day one because look at what they did. They had plenty of holes, plethora of different holes heading into the draft. Well, they filled them through free agency, and people say, oh, Belichick doesn't pay for free agents. He isn't over. Really? How is that going for you? They had a lot of cap space, and they are using it. They pick up Jonnu Smith, Nelson Aguilar on a 2-year, $26 million deal, and Kendrick Bourne. You team him up, Bourne to be wild as a wide receiver 3, Nelson Aguilar stretching the field, and Julian Edelman working the underneath routes. Good luck. They have weapons, and then Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry. My gosh. You can't double team everyone. And then they made a trade that no one talks about anymore in Trent Brown with Oakland Raiders. So you're not telling me that the New England Patriots are not going to be back in 2021. No, you'd be doing yourself a disservice. Why? You can't say defense. Oh, they don't have a defense. Oh, wait. They do now. They just got Devon Gottschall, the nose tackle from the Miami Dolphins, who ended his season was cut short due to a torn bicep. That allowed Raekwon Davis, the second-round pick by the Miami Dolphins, to go ahead and play at an all-pro level in my grading system, who ranked out as the top defensive tackle of all rookies, let alone all defensive linemen. He was the best nose tackle in the game. Now, news broke out on Tyson Alualu, who is now off back to the Jacksonville Jaguars, the team who drafted him in the first round. I will talk about that in more detail later, but I can't believe I'm saying all this. This is why I love football. Anywho, Devon Gottschall is a real deal. He is going to be a sound play for the New England Patriots. Again, you look at the plays that they're making. Nelson Aguilar, not Tyson Alualu, Devon Gottschall, Hunter Henry, Kendrick Bourne. We don't know how good Kendrick Bourne is. These are sound plays the Patriots are moving that are flying under the radar that no one's going to talk about until after I post this, and everyone's going to be like, oh yeah, the Patriots are winners. Yeah, the Patriots are winners. So they got Devon Gottschall. They then doubled down on that with outside linebacker Matt Judon from the Baltimore Ravens, an edge rushing presence. You team him up with Chase Winovich. I believe it was a third-round pick by the New England Patriots. The Pittsburgh Steelers wanted him coming out of the draft. They wined and dined him out. Kevin Colbert, I believe, was there, and Bill Belichick ultimately was the one that got him. Chase Winovich is a real deal too. He's a Harbaugh guy, right? So you have Chase Winovich, you have Matt Judon, you have Devon Gottschall as the nose tackle. Those are some sound places in place. And then you get a boundary cornerback in Jalen Mills. I'm telling you, this defense is going to be good. This Patriots team overall is going to be good. So good play by the New England Patriots. All right. Now let's move on. The Raiders signed edge Yannick Ngakoue to a 2-year deal worth $26 million worth of money. Good deal? He's a one-trick pony to me. There's a reason why the Jacksonville Jaguars traded him. There's a reason why the Minnesota Vikings traded him. And there's a reason why the Baltimore Ravens let him go. All within COVID season. And so now he lands with the Las Vegas Raiders. And although I like the move because, again, I said this 2021 edge class is weak sauce, and I currently had them slated to take Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in the first round, that line of thinking has now changed because they just solidified that edge rushing need with Yannick Ngakoue, inking him to that 2-year deal. Now, what do they do from here? Well, you can still go edge if you really wanted to, but then they already got guys like Max Crosby, who in no way he did in 2019 had a hell of a year. So when you look at exactly what's on the board for them, they can still go offensive line. Why? Well, they just released center Rodney Hudson. They traded Trent Brown, their right tackle. They released Richie Incognito. They released Gabe Jackson. So who's there left on the line? Colton Miller, their first-round pick? Okay. They need to get offensive line help. Look for them to do it in the first round with their first-round pick. That's how free agency and the people that they released is going to affect the draft moving forward. This is why follow me. I'm putting it out there, guys. All right, now let's move on. The Washington football team. I was going to say the R word, but I'm not going to say it because it's just ingrained in my head. I thought, But anyways, Washington football team, right? They don't have a name yet. Washington signs Ryan Fitzpatrick to a 1-year, $10 million contract. I really like this move. Whoever is the backup quarterback, obviously they just released Alex Smith, so you needed someone there. Ryan Fitzpatrick, whoever is going to be the quarterback in the first round. Ultimately, I believe Washington might go that route. If they go with the Trey Lance, Ryan Fitzpatrick can definitely train Trey Lance and show him the ropes, just like he did Tua Tagovailoa in Miami. So nice play by Riverboat Ron for go ahead and making that move. All right, now let's move on. The Tennessee Titans made nice plays. They signed Denico Autry from the Indianapolis Colts, who graded really highly in my grading system last year, and they pick up Bud Dupree, who also graded high at an all-pro level before his torn ACL Week 12 versus Baltimore Ravens. Two sound players. You can see what the Tennessee Titans are doing. They're trying to solidify the edge rushing presence. They have Harold Landry on one side now. You team up with Bud Dupree, who's playing at an all-pro level in my grading system, and you get a rotational nice depth piece and Denico Autry. nice play and solidifying the defensive front seven. I see what you're doing there, Titans GM John Robinson. So good job from you. You're doing a great job. All right, let's go ahead and move on. The Browns. The Cleveland Browns signed safety John Johnson to a 3-year, is that right? Am I reading this right? Yeah, 3-year, $33.75 million contract. John Johnson was the quarterback of the secondary for the Rams. He got everyone in position. And this is a huge blow to the LA Rams secondary and defense overall. He was the quarterback. He made all the not line changes, but all the calls, all the coverage shell calls and so forth, getting everyone in best position to make plays. This is going to hurt the Rams. This is good news for the Niners. This is great news for the Niners and the Seahawks and the Cardinals. John Johnson goes to the Cleveland Browns. Great move by them. I like that move. All right. The favorite move that I like in free agency that happened yesterday was Kevin Zeitler. Kevin Zeitler is a guy who I've always been high on, and I still continue to be high on. The Baltimore Ravens were looking for their Marshall Yanda. Well, they're not going to get it with Kevin Zeitler. He's not that good, but he is good enough to have a Pro Bowl resume on his record, right? I like Kevin Zeitler. I think he was a sound play, and you got him for a 3-year, $22 million contract. Give me that any day of the week. I could have seen Kevin Zeitler on the San Francisco 49ers. But he had some choices. He said he had some choices. Were the Niners interested in him? Was he interested in the Niners? Well, if they were, he wasn't interested enough because he signed with the Baltimore Ravens. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Great play by Kevin Zeitler. Chiefs signed an interior guard, Joe Thuney, to a 5-year, $80 million contract. Again, Andy Reid believes in building teams from the inside out, not the outside in. He likes solidifying the lines on both sides of the football. He does it here. Money talks, and he's actually doing it. He released Eric Fisher and Mitchell Schwartz, his starting tackles, and then doubled down on that, reinvesting in the offensive line for a younger Joe Thuney, who is basically an interior guard but has more years in his future. Joe Thuney coming from the New England Patriots, great play by them. I don't know how they're signing all these guys. I mean, Kansas City Chiefs every year, it's like, man, but then who's restructuring? Chris Jones restructures, Pat Mahomes restructures. So that's why they're signing these guys. So again, the winner of day one, these are all day one moves that were made. My day one winner would be the New England Patriots by far. I think they solidified and did an absolute great job. GM Bill Belichick, yes, he's head coach and GM, did a nice job here. I really like the moves that were made. I'm excited for the New England Patriots. They might be back. He was upset about the Super Bowl when Tom Brady won it. You can see, he's like this with that scorned face on his look. Legit, I guarantee that's, and I'm not joking, I guarantee that's how he looked. All right, let's get to your questions, though. And let's bring up the comments. All right, so the first question is, Mello, thank you for tuning in, buddy. I see you, fam. I see you. Just let me pull it up here. I saw a center from Las Vegas and was released. Is he any good? If so, is he worth getting, and how much would it cost? Rodney Hudson is very good. In my grading system, he ranked out as the 4th best offensive center in the NFL. I like Rodney Hudson. In San Francisco, yeah, absolutely. Rodney Hudson is the real deal. He's the real deal. If you turn on the film, the guy is an absolute monster down in the trenches. Obviously, he makes all the calls because he's a center. Rodney Hudson, whoever gets him would be lucky they did. And again, this center class, you have what? Landon Dickerson and Creed Humphreys, and then there's everyone else. So if you're looking for a center, you're going to get one in free agency. And if you have the money to do it, you go ahead and make a play for a top 5 center in free agency as opposed to going out into the draft. Because again, you don't know if these draft picks are going to pan out. It's a crapshoot at best. All right. 49ers Ultimate Reports is Sup Ryan and the BEASTwriter. What is going on? BEASTwriter family is alive and kicking. Thank you. Any thoughts on the Patriots signing? Yeah, man, I broke it down for you, bro. I love that. Again, I love what the Patriots are doing. They made sound plays on both sides of the football, getting Kendrick Bourne, Nelson Aguilar, Jonnu Smith, Hunter Henry, who I said is a top tight end in the NFL. He could start for about 20 different teams. Patriots are making power play moves. The Patriots are making power play moves. I'm saying it, man. Patriots are making power play moves. They made a trade, trading back for right tackle Trent Brown with the Oakland Raiders. They still have Julian Edelman there. People tend to forget about that. What are they going to do at 15? Now their needs have changed. They don't need a tight end. They don't need a right tackle. They don't need a wide receiver. You see how you're connecting the dots, or how I'm connecting the dots when I said in an earlier podcast, making sense of Jimmy Garoppolo to the Patriots, and then I say you trade him for a second-round pick, and then when you're sitting there, you don't have a quarterback you have to take at 15 if the New England Patriots. No, you take draft crush Najee Harris. Bill Belichick would double down and take Najee Harris. So now you have Jimmy Garoppolo, Najee Harris, Nelson Aguilar, Kendrick Bourne, Julian Edelman, Joe Newsmith, Hunter Henry, Trent Brown. That's 8 out of your 11 guys right there on the offense side of the football. You set. You already have Cam Newton as a backup. If you want to pay him that much for a backup, I don't know. But you know he loves Jimmy Garoppolo. I'm just saying. Jimmy Garoppolo and Cam Newton. Wouldn't that be something though? Anyways, all right, Robert Watson. They still have cap space. All right, Robert Watson from the BEASTwriter fan says, "Sup, Beast? What's going on, bro? How you doing? BEASTwriter family is in the house. We are ready." All right, Fred Chambers Maxwell says, "Hey, what's going on? Hey, do yourself a favor, bro. Subscribe to my YouTube channel by opening up a new web browser, www.youtube.com/ I'm going to do this now, /BEASTwriter. All right, Ben Allen from the BEASTwriter family. Let's go. Hopefully some more big moves today. I am still going to hold out hope for Trent Williams, huh? Yeah. Everyone's asking me about Trent Williams. What'd I say when that trade was made the day it was made? That's one of my first podcasts on Trent Williams. If you guys don't know, if you guys haven't seen it, just Google BEASTwriter Trent Williams in the YouTube search box. It'll pop up. There'll be a lot of stuff that pops up, but making sense of Trent Williams trade, just go ahead and put that in the Google search engine. It'll pop up. I said it since day one, literally. All right, Greg Kennedy Jr. from Facebook. This is going to be good. Hey, I'm glad you're having fun, man. Glad you like it. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Alan from the BEASTwriter family, how are you doing? I hope you guys are freaking pumped up like I am, man. Let's get going. Let's go. All right. Osiris Achilles, go Niners. All right. Jerry Yang says, BEASTwriter, yo, Beast, what's up, bro? What is going on, Jerry Yang? I had a great fun show yesterday. Good times. We have Maximo 1987. Jeez Louise, we are chiming in the comments. All right. I am really behind. All right. Jeez Louise, more comments coming. What's going on, dude? How you doing? Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. All right. Tristan Coleman, Patriots and the Bucks were clear winners so far, as well as the Niners. Niners for in-house, yes. I'm talking about outside the building. I think it's Patriots. Not so much the Bucks, obviously, because they ain't make really any out of the building moves. So Patriots when it comes to the day one winners for me. Again, we're not analyzing in-house free agents. We're going outside the building. All right. Alan Owens, thumbs up. Who wants a Jimmy G bobblehead thing? Hey, there's a lot of Jimmy G fans, man. All right, TJ Mason from Facebook says, we was Kendrick Bourne. Or I think we miss Kendrick Bourne or someone else. Oh, see, he does not want a Jimmy Garoppolo. He thumbs it down. All right, well, you can get the other thing. You can get the backpack then. You want this instead? You can't go wrong with this. Has a Niner logo on it. We got more coming. All right. Let's go ahead and move on. Jerry Yang from the BEASTwriter family says, biggest winners, Washington pick up Ryan Fitzpatrick on a 1-year, $10 million. Biggest losers, Hunter Henry at 3-year, $37.5 with $25 million guaranteed. I like Hunter Henry, bro. I would have to just disagree on the loser with Hunter Henry. Again, I think he could start for around 20 different teams. Bill Belichick knows how to use his tight ends. I think Hunter Henry is actually a better signing than Jonnu Smith. My opinion. We agree to disagree, which is good. Strong debate. All right, Jerry, you sure Balky isn't trying to recreate the 49ers team with Carlos Hyde? We shall see. Are they going to bring back other guys on the team from that 2014 draft class? Maybe Chris Borland? I'm just joking. All right. Don't we miss Chris Borland? Jeez. All right. Faded Pops says, from the BEASTwriter family, Faded Pops is a Steelers fan. I'm picking up Steelers fans too. I've been covering the Steelers. Well, right after I left the Niners, I covered the Steelers for Sports Illustrated Fansided. So as Steelers fans, this guy is Faded Pops is new from the BEASTwriter family. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for joining our family. Good vibes only here, man. You can tell, right? All right. He says the Steelers don't have any money to make moves, and boy, does that suck. I kind of wish Roethlisberger would have retired so that we could sign some people. Faded Pops, thank you for your honesty. I love it, and I agree with you 110%. But as you know, bro, the Pittsburgh Steelers are loyal to the soil, bro. They're loyal to the end. They don't get rid of their coaches. They don't get rid of the quarterbacks. And they don't get rid of their personnel people. GM Kevin Colbert is there for a reason. He's obviously the best in the business, in my opinion, top 5 GM. But with that being said, that's the Steelers way. Very family-oriented, first-class organization. I love covering the Pittsburgh Steelers. My hat's off to you, man, but I agree with you 110%. All right. Michael Morrison from Facebook. Do yourself a favor, man. Get a YouTube. Follow your boys so you'll be in for the giveaways. If you guys are on Facebook, you guys will not be in the giveaways. You got to go to YouTube. I'm telling you. All right. I see that we have been looking at Andy Dalton at quarterback. Oh, and yes, good backup. But I definitely would like to see the Niners get a mobile quarterback that can get out and make a play. What do you think? I agree with you, Michael Morrison. I would not go after Andy Dalton. I would go after a mobile quarterback. I'm tired of a pure pocket passer in Kyle Shanahan's offense. I want a Steve Young type of guy in Mike Shanahan's offense, a guy who can actually run a naked bootleg and throw on the run and make precise decisions going through his progressions and throwing it deep with accuracy. Is that too much to ask? I don't know. All right, but I agree with you. Do you know how much in cap we saved with reworking Deer Ford last year in 2 years, 24 million now? Right now, 20 million with Cap Ford. I don't know the exact details of that. I'm watching this live stream. I can look it up for you probably after the show. All right, Randy Pettit from Facebook. Do yourself a favor, man. Go to youtube.com/BEASTwriter. He says, TJ Mason's Pat can have born. He is good but inconsistent. All right, Anthony Lozado, my man from the BEASTwriter family. We are coming in hot. Let's do this. All right, I think if Trent doesn't accept $20 million a year per deal, now I should move on to plan B. Yeah. I think the sweet spot was $18 million. I broke it down. There's no way he should be getting more than that. You look at Ronnie Stanley from the Baltimore Ravens, who's getting $19.7 million APY. He's not going to get David Bakhtiari, Marty, who reset the market at the blind side left tackle position at $23 million per year. So, yes, obviously you saw guys his age restructure, like Nate Solder from the New York Giants, who was getting $15.5 million per year. He restructured his deal. That's the comparable in terms of age. Well, Trent Williams, again, is better than Taylor Lewan from the Tennessee Titans, better than Garrett Bowles. I mean, those guys are getting $17, $60 million APY. So 18 would be reasonable because Garrett Bowles and Taylor Lewan are still under 30. Trent Williams is 33, and then he's better than them. So, yeah, you got to pay him a little bit more, but his age, let him go, man. What I say on my live stream, I said, what it's going to come down to. This is why you guys follow me. I said, it's going to be Jason Verrett and Kyle Juszczyk or Trent Williams. Pick one, option A or option B, JV or TW. I said it since day one. Just saying. I hope they re-sign Trent Williams, though. That's not saying I don't want it to happen. But my analytics were saying otherwise. All right. Chris McCormick from the BEASTwriter family says, hey, Beast, why do we keep getting linked with the likes of Andy Dalton, Mitchell Trubisky? Sure, they are backup options. Could this be a sign of potentially shopping Jimmy G? Thanks, as always, bro. Yes. Welcome to the BEASTwriter family, Chris McCormick. And to get back to your answer, yes, this could be a sign of potentially shopping Jimmy G. Jimmy G is still being shopped around. Don't get it twisted. Do not get it twisted. Anytime John Lynch says anything, I always I don't laugh. I'm just like, okay, yeah. I heard this before because I've been there. My office was there. I worked with them. Same with Kyle Shanahan. And, Shanahan said this, so it's ingrained in. No, it's not ingrained in stone, dude. The heck? No, absolutely not. Faded Potts on the BEASTwriter family says Hilton went to the Bengals. That sucks. Oh my gosh. Oh, I did not know that. Thank you for letting me know. For those who don't know, Mike Hilton, the nickelback for the Pittsburgh Steelers, he is in a similar role as to what K'Wan Williams brings to the table from a slot cornerback position as New Orleans Saints Chauncey Gardner-Johnson. And Mike Hilton, a top 5 slot cornerback in my grading system, has now joined the AFC North Cincinnati Bengals. Boo! Seize the day. Now I have Bengals fans here. Good move by the Bengals fans for getting a guy like Mike Hilton. and the Bengals organization. Gosh, that's a huge blow to the Pittsburgh Steelers because now they don't have a nickel back. They don't have a nickel back. They have Cam Sutton. That's pretty much it. I mean, you have Steven Nelson and Joe Hayden, but I already talked about them possibly being released as potential cap cuts. Steven Nelson gave up 8 touchdowns in my grading system. He gave up 0 in 2019. Joe Hayden led the team with 4 pass coverage penalties in my grading system. Gave up numerous big plays of 20 plus and first downs. The secondary for the Pittsburgh Steelers is going to be hurting. Now, they have Minkah Fitzpatrick, first-team All-Pro. Love the guy. He's a beast. But then again, is strong safety Terrell Edmunds that good? No. He sucks in pass coverage. But he did do a better job in 2020. So I will give him that in my grading system. He did bounce back and had a great year. So we'll have to see how the boundary cornerback plays, especially at the slot cornerback position with Mike Hilton no longer being there. He was the run defender. He was a great blitz pickup guy. Great blitzer off the edge. The blitz pickup guy had to account for him. Kind of like K'Wan Williams. He can play the slot. He was shifty. Had the lateral agility and move sideline to sideline. Good guy. All right. Nico Wilson from the BEASTwriter family. Do you think we got a steal with Verrett? Yes, I do. I do. And the reason why Verrett agreed to this deal because he wants to prove himself for 2 years in a row because if he does that, his agent's saying, hey, we can get way more money than we otherwise would get this year. So let's get the guaranteed money now. And then we'll double down on these gains because we're banking on you to have success. So it was a steal. All right. Ben Allen from the BEASTwriter family. I am just glad we have made good, cheap deals so far. Yes. Sound plays by the 49ers to keep their own in-house free agents and not delving elsewhere, although they did get Samson Ebukam to a 2-year, $12 million contract. All right, Ken Miller from the BEASTwriter family says, I think Trent Williams is looking for a 5-year deal. Probably. He's probably he wants more years on his contract. Now, it's going to come down to guaranteed money, right? It's all about the guaranteed money. I don't care if you give me a $15 million contract. It comes down to guarantee. If I get a $15 million contract valued at $40 million per year, but the guaranteed money on that contract is like $5 million, it's like, okay, cool. No, it's all about the guaranteed money and the years on the contract. Obviously, incentives play a role and bonuses play a role, but you guys get the gist of it. Guaranteed money where it's at. Of course, APY plays a role as well. All right, Rep the Bay from the BEASTwriter family. You think the 49ers realistically can go after Rodney Hudson? Kyle loves his centers. Why not? Why not? Can we count on Weston Richburg? Ideally, they're going to have to make a play somewhere. If they're not going to resign Trent Williams, they better make a play for an offensive lineman in free agency of a caliber like Rodney Hudson. Otherwise, faithful to the Bay is going to go out the window, bro. Right here. Because there's no offensive line, bro. There's no offensive line. I'm telling you, for real. Niners do not have an offensive line. If Trent Williams goes, good luck. Whoever is your quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo, Deshaun Watson, I don't care. It's going to be tough. Lusa Palasi, or I hope I got your name right. Thank you for the BEASTwriter family. Leonard Rhodes, 3 years, $63 million with the Giants. Thank you for tuning in. Are you a Giants fan? If you are, I know I picked up a few others when the positional coach got fired. I actually put up a podcast on that. It got good feedback. I wonder if you came from there. But anyways, thank you so much. I think this is the first time you actually engaged in the BEASTwriter family. We are honored to have you here. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. And we really appreciate it. All right, Nico Wilson, does Trent leave the 49ers? I say Kyle Juszczyk or Jason Verrett or Trent Williams. You don't see GM John Lynch tweeting something out like he did with Juice and said, we got Silverback. How do you guys like those gorillas? Because we got Silverback. He ain't using the gorilla emoji for the Silverback. I'm just saying. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Nico Wilson from the BEASTwriter family. Ooh, Nico, you are on it, my man. I think Samson could be better than Hyder. That's a bold prediction. Kerry Hyder Jr. had one heck of a year. In my grading system, Kerry Hyder had a Pro Bowl type season. Yeah, do you guys want to know the numbers on Kerry Hyder Jr.? I have my grading system. You guys know I spit facts. I love doing it. All right. Rome the Upsetter from the BEASTwriter family. Thank you for tuning in, my man. He says, Patriots are not playing. Yeah, they ain't playing around, bro. They are not playing around. In fact, I can tell you right now, they're my day one winners when it comes to free agency going outside the building, right? I'm not talking about in-house free agents, but going outside the building. They had so many different needs. They had a quarterback need, they had a running back need, they had a wide receiver need, they had a tight end need, they had offensive line need. They need outside linebacker help. They don't have any edge rushers. They need a nose tackle. Oh, Devon Gotcho. Wide receivers? Sure, we already have Julian, and let's double down on Kendrick Bourne as a wide receiver 3, get him from the San Francisco 49ers in a similar role, and double down on that with Nelson Aguilar, who can stretch the field vertically, and let Julian Edelman work underneath. Oh, and we also have Jonu Smith and Hunter Henry, who can also work down the seams. You can't double team everyone or triple team everyone. It's going to be nuts. I am excited for the New England Patriots. They are back on track. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. And hey, I like all 32 NFL teams. I am not biased toward one. I used to be a Niner fan. I still, honestly, obviously, I still want the Niners to do well. I think that's goes without saying. But you guys know what I'm saying. I just love talking about football. Football is the thing to do, right? Football is the thing to do, man. And who doesn't like talking about football? I don't know. You can go to Big Al's and Milpitas and watch the football game, sit next to a random guy and just like drink a beer, have some freaking nachos, and just talk football. Hey, what did you think of this? Legit, you can have this conversation. Like, people are probably watching this as we speak, having this conversation. Hey, what do you think of the Patriots, man? They got Jonu Smith and Hunter Henry. We couldn't even get one tight end, and we need one. What tight end in the upcoming draft is worthy of a first-round pick? Nobody outside of Kyle Pitts. Telling you. You guys know what I'm talking about. This is why you guys follow me. Come on, keep it coming. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right. Kenneth Calls from Facebook says, go Jimmy G and the rest of the Niners. Go Jimmy G as in you like Jimmy G or whatnot. Anyways, if you're just tuning in, be sure to follow your boy and join the BEASTwriter family by subscribing to my YouTube channel. You will be entered for this weekly Family Friday giveaways, which includes this 49ers Jimmy Garoppolo bobblehead complete with the NFL licensing ID. And this 49ers Rumble backpack still sealed in its package, again with the NFL licensing logo. So do it. What do you have to lose? If you're watching on Twitter, which a lot of you guys are, just click the link in my bio. It's up there 24/7, 365. It will take you to my landing page, to my YouTube channel. If you're on Facebook, not to worry. It's right here. Just open that up in a new tab or a new browser, www.youtube.com/BEASTwriter. I like doing that, /BEASTwriter. And you can follow me. All right, Ben Allen. Oh, sorry, JP, my man JP. Didn't mean to forget you, bro. JP, Cardinals fan. Good analysis. Love talking to the guy. This guy knows his stuff. God, do you think the Pats are setting up for a Jimmy G reunion? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. In fact, I'm going to put up a banner that I want everyone to see. Just go ahead and do yourself a favor. YouTube search. You can do this now or later. Just YouTube search BEASTwriter Jimmy Garoppolo to 49ers or to Patriots. Excuse me. Google search it. YouTube search it. BEASTwriter Jimmy Garoppolo to Patriots. Making sense of Jimmy Garoppolo to Patriots. What's his trade value? I break it down. This is a podcast I did probably a month ago. I don't know the exact date. It's probably like a month ago, month and a half ago, maybe. It's still holding true. A lot of my podcasts I do 2-3 months prior in advance. So when news comes out, it's old news when you guys follow me because you guys know what's up. Be in the know before they know. That's what I always say. That's why you followed me. All right. Ben Allen from the YouTube BEASTwriter family. Do you realistically think that Jimmy G can make his way back to the Pats? I think it's still possible. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. 110%. All right. So it looks like Leonard Williams has agreed, just like Lucia pointed out earlier. 3 years, $63 million contract. I like Leonard Williams. I broke news last year that he would be on the trading block, and he ultimately was traded to the New York Giants. Not last year, but a couple years ago when he was with the New York Jets, he did get traded, and he was given the franchise tag, balled out of control, and now we are seeing his rise. The guy's a monster. The guy is a monster. I like him. All right. Let's go ahead and move on. Rome the upsetter. Fitzmagic. Is it Fitzmagic or Fitztragic? Is it Fitzmagic if you like Rance Fitzpatrick? And then is it called Fitztragic if you don't like him? I've been hearing Fitztragic too. All right. Ben Allen from the YouTube BEASTwriter family. Too bad we couldn't cut Jimmy and sign Fitzpatrick. Yeah. Yep. I agree. Man, we are getting some heat in here. We like it. Look at all the comments. The heat is coming in hot. Julius Smith to the Niners. Let's make it happen. Thank you for Pamalika from Facebook. But I don't like that play. I do not like that play for Juju Smith-Schuster. I think you'd be better served to go after a guy like Emmanuel Sanders. Just my opinion. But Juju Smith is a USC guy, and he would be a certain swagger. He would be the dance material that Kendrick Bourne was. So if you want some kind of a dance tick-off or a TikTok celebration in between plays, Juju Smith is the way to go. All right. Let's go ahead and move on. She also says, should the Niners target a veteran defensive back in free agency? If it's a defensive back, it has to be a safety, and I don't see them targeting one because I think you have to give Tarvarius more and allow him every opportunity to win that starting role, being a third-round pick. So I would say no. They got that third-round pick, obviously, from the Trent Brown trade, if you guys remember that, when he was shipped off to the New England Patriots. But ultimately, I like Tarvarius more. I like what he brings to the table. In my grading system, he's kind of inconsistent. I broke down his grades yesterday in my live stream. But, hey, if you're going to draft a guy in the third round, you have to let him and give him the opportunity to prove himself. And 1 year is just not good enough. I need to see 2 years body of work. Again, year one from year two is where the most growth comes from. And Tarvarius Moore, now with Jagoski Tart not there, you're going to have to allow him to win that starting role and give him every opportunity to win it outright. Because he's a third-round pick. He's a high-round pick. No use going and overpaying for a free agent knowing that you have a third-round pick that you really don't know what you have because you have a small sample size to pull from. Let's give the guy a chance. All right. Bay Area Baller from the YouTube BEASTwriter family says, what up, Beast? What is going on, my man? I see you. How will Ebukam fit with the Niners? What will his role be? Again, I talked about this yesterday. Obviously, I think he's going to relish a starting role opposite of Dre Greenlaw at the outside linebacker position. However, don't be surprised if he's also used as a pass rush specialist on certain situations. I see that in his game, and I wouldn't be surprised if new defensive coordinator DeMeco Ryans used him in that role, or possibly as an edge rusher from the outside linebacker position. You might see DeMeco Ryans blitz more in 2021. Do not be surprised. People are asking, what's the difference between Robert Saleh's scheme and DeMeco Ryans? Don't be surprised if DeMeco Ryans is more aggressive, takes more chances. Feel free to piggyback on my analysis and call it as your own. You guys are already doing, some of you guys are already doing that anyways, but that's what I see happening. You heard it here first. Yes, DeMeco Ryans will likely blitz more, in my opinion. I don't think he's going to be conservative. I think he's going to be more of a blitzing type, an aggressive style of play. That's just my take. All right, Max Stahl from the BEASTwriter family. John Ross to the Giants on a 1 year, $2.5 million deal. Good job for John Ross. John Ross, for those who don't know, I believe he was drafted number 9 overall by the Cincinnati Bengals. Set the record for the 40-yard dash, if I'm not mistaken. What do you have, like a 4.22 or something like that? Something ridiculously nuts. Had some good games with the Cincinnati Bengals, and now he is off to the New York Giants with Dante Pettis, I believe. So they're reuniting Washington Huskies. Is now that I put 2 and 2 together, am I mistaken, or is that correct? Is Dante Pettis still with the New York Giants? If he is, Dante Pettis and John Ross. Hey, let's bring them all. Let's bring all the Washington Huskies. Let's get them all, man. Let's just bring them all. All right. Let's go ahead and move on. Dean's Office from the BEASTwriter family. Not gonna lie, fam. When you said Jimmy G Ballhead, I was gonna request the bag instead. Dude, the ladies love their Jimmy G, man. I'm telling you. All my friends, what's going on with Jimmy G? I'm like, Are you asking as a football player or off the field? I don't know. I don't know. Alika from the BEASTwriter family. 49 into 808 following Beast. I'll take. Hey, what's going on, bro? Aloha, mahalo. Thank you for the love. I appreciate you, fam. All right. Let me get some water here. We are going live. This is almost an hour in. All right. Bunk from the BEASTwriter family says, if the Patriots land Leonard Fournette, I could see trying another trade with the 49ers offering their 2021 and 15th for Jimmy G. Ooh. I can see that happening. And Bunk gives great analysis. Again, if you watch the comments in all the podcasts, read the comments. They're like essays. Bunk's one of them. He all goes in depth. I pinned some of his comments. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start pinning some comments. So if you guys give great insight, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys love and pin your comments. It'll be considered BEASTwriter approved. And yeah, that's what it's about. The social media engagement is encouraged here in the BEASTwriter family, and Bunk gives a great point. That is interesting take, Bunk. All right, Dwayne Witherspoon. I wonder if you're related to Akilo Witherspoon, but he says, not me. I say keep Jimmy for a year or two, draft a rookie, let him learn the offense, then get rid of Jimmy G. That could be. That could be. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Mike Brown from the BEASTwriter family says, do you think 49ers go quarterback no matter what if Trent doesn't resign? I'm thinking Alex Mack, a couple more guys are waiting for Trent. I mean, great question. I don't think they go quarterback no matter what. I wouldn't say quarterback no matter what. Although I did say for them to draft Roquan Smith no matter what instead of right tackle Mike McGlinchey. I said for them to trade up and get Roquan Smith. It's on my Twitter. Check it out. YouTube receipts don't lie. Roquan Smith, all he did was play at an all-pro level. Guy was a monster. Guy was a monster. Huge monster. And, yeah. How's that going for you? All right. Anthony Karras from the BEASTwriter family says, the report is that the 49ers have a 4-year, $80 million contract for Trent Williams. 4-year, $80 million contract, and he's going to turn it down? So is it really about the money, or is it really about staying in San Francisco? I said it was about the money. Can't get mad at Trent Williams for wanting to get paid. Hey, look, if you're in his position and this is your last contract ever as an NFL player or in your career, let's say you make, you're the best at your position in sales, whatever, biotech, the best engineer, hardware, software, don't matter, and you're getting offers from your competitors, would you stay with your company or would you go with your competitor? Think about that. Jerry Yang from the BEASTwriter family says Packers need to sign Kenny Galladay or Curtis Samuel. Packers need a legit wide receiver too. I say pump the brakes on the wide receiver position. I really like Brandon Ayuk. I really like Deebo Samuel. I think I would rather go with wide receiver Emmanuel Sanders there because, again, when you look at the 2-3 year vision or the 3-5 year outlook, you want to be able to create a perfect storm. So when these free agents come up, when the draft plays a role, you want to create a perfect storm to where you can resign all these players. If you get a guy like Curtis Samuel, bring him in on a 2-3 year deal, or a Kenny Galladay, who's going to be a lot more than Curtis Samuel based on his production, I mean, you're really doing yourself a disservice because now you have to pay Brandon Ayuk and Deebo Samuel, guys you drafted. What's going to happen to them? One of those guys is going to be an odd man out. So I would rather go for a short gap solution, someone that you can probably get a little bit cheaper. Because again, Curtis Samuel is looking for his second contract, and in second contracts, those are really expensive. Kenny Galladay, top 10 wide receiver in my book when healthy, so he knows his value. Go out and get a guy like Emmanuel Sanders. You know what you're getting with Emmanuel Sanders. You can win with Emmanuel Sanders. That's my play. But Jerry Yang, I can see what you're saying. You're saying the Packers need to sign Kenny Galladay or Curtis Samuel. Yeah, that'd be dope. So my apologies. I read it wrong. I thought you said 49ers need to sign. I cannot read. So yes, great analysis. And getting back to Curtis Samuel or Kenny Galladay, that would be a nice, legit number 2, opposite of Devontae Adams. They obviously have Robert Tonyan there, the tight end, who had a great season. So a lot of pieces in play. I don't like Marquez Valdez-Scantling, although he has 4.3 speed. I don't think he's the guy. Alan Lazard, I don't think he's the guy. They need more help. Give Aaron Rodgers some help. All right. Oh, my gosh. You're probably watching this, Jay, like, what are you talking about? Read the question, bro. All right, Sean Slade from the BEASTwriter family. Taysom Hill, $140 million extension. It seems like Saints are out of the Watson trade talks now. Yeah, absolutely. Gone with the win, Sean Slade. All right, Jonathan K28, my man from the BEASTwriter family, says the Patriots are putting together a Jimmy G-centric team. Yes, they are. Interesting how when I put this out there, it got a lot of good feedback. One of the best podcasts that are out there in terms of traffic for my channel. Again, I said this about 1.5 months ago, 2 months ago, maybe. In fact, let me look it up. I want to know now if I'm getting this right, that's just more credibility. That's why you guys follow me. Stuff that I put, and that's why in every podcast episode, I put up relatable podcasts so you guys know what's going on. So that's why when it comes news, it's like, man, I heard that from BEASTwriter like 3 weeks ago. Or I heard that from BEASTwriter 2 days ago. It's old news by now. Hey, the agent information is real. All right. Well, let me just look it up for you. Jimmy Garoppolo. I did so many Jimmy Garoppolo. You guys all want to know my Jimmy Garoppolo take. And I was like, oh my gosh. I agree. Okay, I get it. Wow. It was 1 month ago. I can tell you the exact date. February 6th. Month and a half ago, basically. Yeah, see, told you. Month and a half ago, February 6th. Just YouTube search BEASTwriter Jimmy Garoppolo Patriots, it'll pop up. Or making sense of Jimmy Garoppolo, either or. All right. Let's go ahead and move on. Vinny Mac from the BEASTwriter family says, on one offense, one defense, who's on your free agency wish list? Is this on the Niners? Are you talking about the Niners, or which team are you talking about? Because I cover all 32. If you're talking about the Niners, one offense, one defense, defensive player who's on your free agency list, well, they already did it on offense and defense. I like keeping the in-house free agents. I like keeping Jason Verrett, and I like rolling with Kyle Juszczyk. So check those boxes. I like those in-house plays. All right, Jonathan K28, Adoree Jackson just got released. Yep, if you watch my Twitter receipts and YouTube receipts, I said Adoree Jackson would be released. Not a surprise here. Again, who do I have them taking with their first-round pick? Oh, that's right, J.C. Horn out of South Carolina. Another YouTube receipt in the books. Boom. All right. Dark Halo 2 times. I think Sampson could be the more versatile player as far as what he can provide than Hyder. But I would call Hyder the most natural edge. I agree with you on that. Thank you for tuning in. Part of the BEASTwriter family. Dark Halo 2 times. Gosh, I love your guys' comments and your analysis. It's great. All right. Scott Cawthorn. Or Cawthorn, excuse me if I butcher your last name. I apologize. But get yourself a BEASTwriter family YouTube subscription. Do yourself a favor, man. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Anyways, does anyone know where to send a football card to have autographed by Jerry Rice? No, I do not. And I've been asked, hey, can you get someone? I cannot do that. It goes against NFL media, goes against NFL policy. We are not allowed to do that. All right. Damon Snacks Harrison says from the BEASTwriter family, are Patriots going to resign David Andrews? As far as I know, as I'm doing this live stream, David Andrews is still a free agent. If I am wrong, let me know. But the answer to your question is probably not, because if he was, he would have been resigned already. All right, Rome the Upsetter. Jag just got Shaquille Griffin. Yes, the Jaguars just got Shaquille Griffin, and now he is a boundary quarterback that goes from the Seahawks to the Jacksonville Jaguars. A nice play by the Jags. They get a nice boundary quarterback there who knows the system. And again, when you take that a step further, who's their defensive back coach? It's Chris Ash. Great coach there. So good things are coming with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Duval. He says Hawks are crying. All right, Patrick Arribas from the BEASTwriter family. Beast. Bro, Najee Harris with the heat motion would be a nasty 1-2 punch. Bruising, athletic, durable, every down back with Harris, and just straight gas with Mostert. Bro, I'm telling you. But hey, I'm not the GM. You can make me the GM. You guys should put it out there, but I'm not the GM. I hit on my top picks. YouTube Twitter sheets don't lie. All right, Maximob 1987. I think Bill Belichick putting a squad together to go up against Brady in the Super Bowl. Hey, I think Bill Belichick was probably, I'm not joking, he probably looking like this, like watching the Super Bowl and just, how you doing, Bill? Oh, Tom Brady. Wait, what? What is it? Tom Brady, Super Bowl. No. We're on to 2021. We're on to 2021. What? We need to sign some free agents. What? Yeah, man. Bill Belichick ain't playing around, bro. I'm telling you. Horrible Bill Belichick impression, but you guys get the point. I said it on an earlier podcast in my Super Bowl prediction analysis that Tom Brady would win the Super Bowl. And I also went on air, I believe it was ESPN, and I said that the storyline would be Bill Belichick would be upset, and then he'd be making plays in free agency and try to get back there the very next year, which we're seeing. We are seeing this. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Good times. All right. Bassy HG from the BEASTwriter family. I want Jared Cook. He dismantled the Niners D in that famous 2019 game. Yes, he did. Jared Cook back in 2019 did dismantle the San Francisco 49ers single-handedly while with the New Orleans Saints in that game. But the Niners ultimately won. And who delivered that hit that knocked Jared Cook out of the game? Oh, that's right. It was a Killer Witherspoon. How I remember this? I don't know. Jonathan K28 from the BEASTwriter family said 12-43 and a second round pick for pick 6. Justin Fields at 6, trade Jimmy to New England for pick 46. That's a lot of moving parts. I don't know if that's going to happen, but could. R. Sanford 33 from the BEASTwriter family. It's okay. Trubisky's is still out there. All right. Jonathan K. Sammy Watkins, 1 year, $10 million is the move to make for San Francisco. I would rather have Emmanuel Sanders. I'd rather have Emmanuel Sanders. All right. Sean Slade from the BEASTwriter family. I want Sanders to mentor Debo and Ayuk. So do I. That's why I keep saying Emmanuel Sanders. I agree with you, bro. I agree with you 110%, bro. All right. Let's go ahead and move on. Ask me any questions you have. Again, I'll put it up on the banner so you guys know exactly what is going on here. All right. Let me get back to your questions. What are the pros and cons of Juju, and how would you apply them to benefit the San Francisco 49ers offense? Hey, look, I like Juju Smith-Schuster. I like his swagger. I like what he brings to the table. He's a good route runner. He has strong hands. He knows how to get open. Can run most of the route tree. He's not a vertical threat, so you won't see him win those 50-50 deep balls or high pointing the ball at the catch point. However, he is a big wide receiver with a strong, big catching radius. How I see him fitting in the San Francisco 49ers offense is similar to, a player that would be no more than a wide receiver 2 or wide receiver 3 in any other system from a protection standpoint. Now, why would you go after a Juju Smith-Schuster as opposed to getting a guy like Emmanuel Sanders who already knows the system, brings a veteran leadership presence, brings some kind of nostalgia back from their last Super Bowl run, and a guy that Brandon Ayuk can learn from? I would rather have Emmanuel Sanders than I would like a Juju Smith-Schuster. That's just my take. All right. Alika for the BEASTwriter family, but thank you for your question. I appreciate it. Jimmy G to the Patriots for Cam and Pat's first round pick 1-2. New beginnings for both. I don't like Cam Newton. I think he's past his prime. I think if there's one coach that can get the best out of Cam Newton, it would have been Bill Belichick, and that would have been last year. But then again, the Patriots had so many holes, so with a stronger supporting cast, we might have to see how Cam Newton does. He might bounce back. We'll have to see how that one plays out. But Jimmy G to the pass for Cam, I don't like that move. All right. Bassy HG says, plus Timor is the fastest guy on the team. There you go. Boom. All right. Chiefs released Damian Williams. Oh, well, that's because they drafted who last year in the first round? Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And they also went out and signed who? Le'Veon Bell. But I believe he's a free agent, though, right? So, still have Clyde Edwards-Helaire there. We're going to have to see how that one plays out. with Damian Williams. I like Damian Williams, but again, didn't he take the year off because of COVID? So that maybe that's why they're looking at it. Hey, look, you weren't here last year. We were fine without you. We got to the Super Bowl. We know you did well in the Super Bowl, but you weren't here last year. And we still got there. Didn't win it, but got close. All right. Sean Slade. Ibukam can be a stud if Kosaric pushes him just like how Hyder broke out. Yeah, I can see that. All right. Let's go ahead and move on. Ooh, Dwayne Witherspoon says, yes, sir, I am. So you are related to Akilla Witherspoon. Well, thank you for tuning in. I love Akilla Witherspoon, by the way, which is probably why you're following me. Tell Akilla to keep his head up, man. I am a big fan of Akilla Witherspoon. So you can let him know that. I think he has a height, weight, speed to thrive. I think he has Pro Bowl potential. I think the Niners would be doing themselves a disservice if they don't resign Akilla Witherspoon. Whatever team Akilla Witherspoon goes to, I feel like he's going to bring the same presence that he brought early on in his career. Again, he did not lead the nation in pass breakups for no reason. Some people call him soft. I do not. I see a very aggressive boundary cornerback who knows how to play under any defensive scheme. So tell your boy Akilla Witherspoon, BEASTwriter has his back. I'm a big fan. BEASTwriter approved. All right. See, I got family members on here. Fred Warner Sr.'s on here. Fred Warner's dad. I got Akilla Witherspoon's family on here. They all follow me. I keep it 100. Now, if only I can get Eric Armstead's family in here or Javon Kinlaw's. Actually, no, Javon Kinlaw's family was in here. He did chime in. That's right. I forgot about that. I guess everyone follows the BEASTwriter. Good things come. All right, Jonathan K28. I think OBJ just got traded. Did he really? Did Odell Beckham Jr. just get traded? Because, again, I said on an earlier live stream that he would get traded. If he got traded, please let me know so I can actually put up a YouTube receipt with a check mark. Boom, cashing in another YouTube receipt. Holla at your boy. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Antonio Dillon. Rodney Hudson is out there now. Any reason why the Niners shouldn't sign him? No, I like Rodney Hudson, bro. I like him a lot. Like the mask. Jim Carrey status. A lot. No, Rodney Hudson, top 5 offense center. Why not go after him? I like him. All right, let's go ahead and move on. 704 bound Charlotte. Get them likes up. Hey, what's going on, 704 bound Charlotte? Carolina Panthers fan. I know you want Curtis Samuel back. He's not returning, bro. But hey, you guys did solidify the offensive line of Pat Effeline, and you got the other offensive tackle. Obviously, you franchise tag Taylor Moton, so you're good there. But good things are coming. Good things are coming for you guys. Sit tight. All right, let's go ahead and move on. We have a lot of things to discuss. All right. Dwayne Washington. Got to get rid of Jimmy G, but Alex Smith. What do you guys think about Alex Smith? All right. Dean's office, BEASTwriter family. To piggyback off what Bunk said, if we trade Jimmy for the Patriots' 15th pick, do they use both of those and trade up to get number 3 and the quarterback, or go Slater and the quarterback? I'm not high on Rashawn Slater, but I could be wrong. I like cornerback. I like JC Horn. I like Patrick Surtain. But then again, what I say yesterday on my live stream, I also like who? Akilla Witherspoon. I like Akilla Witherspoon. Niners did not make any signings yet, as far as I know. Didn't get any notifications or any emails yet. All right. What is deal with Trent Williams? I don't know, man. I said it. I said it in an earlier live stream. You either choose Kyle Juszczyk or Dennis Verrett or Trent Williams. Plan A or Plan B. JV or TW. Which one do you want? You want TW? Okay, cool story. They didn't. They went JV, which I thought was a better play. All right. Butters49. Do you think any team would be interested in signing Richard Sherman, especially since he is much slower now? Oh, yeah. He still brings leadership presence. Still is a great locker room guy, can still win and be a valuable starter on the back end, can teach the ropes to the younger guys, a great mentor. So, yeah, he actually can be a still nice piece for any NFL team, no matter what team. If it's a young team, great, because you need an older guy to mentor the younger guys. Or if it's a veteran team, good. He already mixed in with the veteran guys. They know what they're getting in Richard Sherman, and they can play it that way. So, pick your poison. What's going up? Niners all day 55, part of the BEASTwriter family. What's going on? Thank you for tuning in. I see you. All right, Nico Wilson. If not Jimmy, don't be surprised if 49ers grab Mariota. I think he means Marcus Mariota as soon as he gets released by the Raiders. Hey, Raiders are just going like, hey, we're just shipping off Gabe Jackson. You want him? Go get him. You want Randy Hudson? Go get him. You want Richie Incognito? Go get him. You want to trade for my right tackle? Come on, Patriots. Go get him. But you guys can't get my first-round pick, Colton Miller. Oh, no, he's off limits. But everyone else on the line, everybody gets an offensive lineman. My gosh, dude. The Raiders have no offensive line help whatsoever right now. And that's why when they're sitting there in the first round, people are wondering what they're going to do. Well, they're not going to go edge because they just signed Yannick Ngakoue, and this is not the strongest class for edge rushers. So don't be surprised if they're sitting there at number 17 and they solidify the offensive line. They're definitely going to select an offensive lineman there. Now, whether that's Christian Darrisaw, Elijah Vera Tucker, or someone like even Alex Leatherwood or Landon Dickerson. I mean, it could be any one of those guys. Samuel Cosme comes to mind out of Texas. So they can go a lot of different routes, man. They can go a lot of different routes. All right. My man, Jeff from KC, got Kansas City Chiefs fans in here. Again, I cover all 32. The BEASTwriter family is strong. The BEASTwriter family consists of all 32 fan bases. That's how we're trying to grow this thing. Not just Niner fans, not just Chiefs fans, not just Panthers fans. Like over here, we have fans from all over the country, and we love it. Actually, all over the world. We have people from the Bahamas now chiming in, New Zealand, Sweden, Japan. Hey, it's all love here. All about good vibes only. All right. Arthur Long for the BEASTwriter family. Raiders cut all O-line, but Colton Miller. Yes, exactly. Can 49ers get Hudson, Good, or Jackson? Yeah, I think they could. Now, will they? I don't know. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Jeff says, come to KC Witherspoon. See, I'm starting something here. This is why you follow the BEASTwriter family. See? People talk. People are now going to start talking. You know what happened on the BEASTwriter family live stream? He was high on Nikhil Wilson. Then he goes to the Kansas City Chiefs because Bashaud Breeland is still a free agent, and they're not going to know what's going to happen with him. We need a cornerback, right, Jeff? Off the top of my head. We lost Steven Nelson a few years ago. He went to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm just saying. Teaming up with Juan Thornhill, Tyrann Mathieu on the back end. Nick Sorensen's there. Nikhil Wilson would do well in Kansas City. That's actually a great choice. I can see that playing out. Rome the Upsetter said, Witherspoon turned up when he came in last year. Yes, Witherspoon was an absolute baller. Now, again, to play a little bit devil's advocate, consistency is in his game is where I have issues with. But the Pro Bowl potential is there. If he goes and to another team, I am not going to be sure. I'll bet on Nikhil Wilson returning to his Pro Bowl form. I'm putting it out there. I will bet top dollar that Nikhil Wilson will return to his Pro Bowl form if he leaves San Francisco. Because he's not going to be a starter in San Francisco anymore because you have Emmanuel Mosley and Jason Verrett. So now if you're Nikhil Witherspoon, you're looking for another team. You're not looking to get re-signed by the San Francisco 49ers because you know your talent. You're a starter boundary cornerback, bro. Don't settle. Bank on yourself. Sign whatever deal you can get. Prove yourself. And do what Jason Verrett is getting. And then re-up next year. With the salary cap moving up. Because of the TV deals coming up. Tell your boy that. Nikhil Witherspoon, the real deal. All right. Let's go ahead and move on. And we will get going. All right. Carlos from Facebook says, very informative. Love your show. Toronto, Canada. Oh, see, we got a fan from Toronto, Canada. Thank you. Do yourself a favor, join the BEASTwriter family, bro, so you be subscribed, and you can enter for our family giveaways, which includes this Jimmy G bobblehead. And for those who don't want that, this 49er backpack. But you guys really don't have a choice because I'm picking out of a hat, and the first prize winner gets that, and the second prize winner gets the other one. So there you have it. But yeah, do yourself a favor. Just you're on Facebook right now, man. Just go to youtube.com BEASTwriter and follow your boy. All right, Mariah Lee, what's up, fam? How you doing? The BEASTwriter family loves you, and we're happy that you have joined us. All right. Jerry A said OBJ didn't get traded. The fake Schefter tweeted something out. Fake news. Don't follow the fake Schefter account on Twitter. In fact, why is anyone on Twitter? I'm joking. Twitter's all right, I guess. YouTube is better. All right. 704 Bound Charlotte says, from the BEASTwriter family on YouTube, how do you feel about Casey Hayward signing with my Panthers? Would you do it on a 2-year deal or one? I don't like Casey Hayward, bro. I'd say pass. I know you guys need to fill needs. I don't like Casey Hayward. He's going to command too much money. I think you guys are going to ultimately overpay for him. I'd rather you guys go after my guy, Patrick Surtain, at number 8 overall in the draft, get the top cornerback. Or if not him, trade back, get some draft capital, pick up a guy like J.C. Horn. Even Caleb Farley. Caleb Farley is way better than Casey Hayward. I would rather go that route. Or how about go after my guy, Killer Witherspoon? I like a Killer Witherspoon for the Carolina Panthers. That'd be a nice play. All right. Carlos, what are your thoughts on Killer Witherspoon, 705 Brown Charlotte? I want to know your thoughts there. All right. Carlos, Bourne is gone. Who will fill his shoes? I like Emmanuel Sanders, bro. I like Emmanuel Sanders. Jeff from KC fan says facts. Yes. See, this is why you got all 32 fan bases love what I have to say, because I keep it 100 off the top of my head. I'm not reading off a script. This is off. It's like free flowing. I'm just flowing. Let's keep it going. Let's go. Dude, I'm just saying. All right, let's move on. BEASTwriter family is strong. 704 Bound Charlotte, you know Mike Hilton signed with the Bengals. Yes, I know. I'm pretty upset about that. I wanted the Steelers to resign Mike Hilton, but ultimately I knew he was going to be gone. I said in my live stream, actually I said in my podcast on the Steelers just 2 days ago. I did a podcast on the Steelers, and I talked about that. And ultimately it happened. There's not enough money to go around when it comes to the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right. Great move by Mike Hilton to get paid. I would like to see him on the Panthers, though. I thought that was a nice play, right? All right. Vic Singh, any thoughts of Matt Ryan redoing his contract, which helps Falcons over the next 3 years? Maybe. Vic, thank you for tuning in, and welcome to the BEASTwriter family. I take it you're Atlanta Falcons fans. I know I picked up some Falcons fans as well. Any team I touch on, I literally pick up fans. It's a great thing. It's awesome. The BEASTwriter family is strong. All right. And getting back to your question, that could happen. But again, I don't know how it's going to play out. GM Terry Fontenot has a lot to work with. He went on the Huddle and Flow podcast with my man Steve Weiss and James Trotter of NFL Network and NFL.com. And they were talking about exactly what was going on there. He talked about iron sharpens iron and no players are untouchable. But then when they talked about, Julio Jones and Matt Ryan, what's going on with their contracts and how they have so much dead money tied to their contracts and what's going to happen there, he just didn't really give them anything. So there you have it there. It's a good question. All right. Obi Tweet said, second act, that's all. Nothing official. Okay, well, nothing's official, man. Mello from the BEASTwriter family. He was the first one to ask me a question in today's live stream. I see you. He said, was Frank Gore ever considered a serious option to pick up for the Niners to finish out his career? Let me tell you something. Frank Gore will finish his career as a San Francisco 49er. He might sign a one-day contract just like everyone else to retire as the team that he most associates himself with. So I wouldn't be surprised there. All right. The Illuminati from the BEASTwriter family. Beast, when do you see Big Trent signing? If he does sign, I don't see it in San Francisco. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm predicting. I said it's going to be Kyle Juszczyk and Jason Verrett or Trent Williams. And people are like, why'd you break it down like that? How come you didn't say Kendrick Bourne or Kyle Juszczyk? Well, I did the analytics. I broke down the financials. I felt like I was the GM, John Lynch, what I would do if I was him. And furthermore, what he would actually do. This is why you guys follow me. Again, they already rolled the punches. Actions speak louder than words. Now, if Trent Williams does resign, oh my gosh, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. Absolutely awesome. Ultimately, I think Trent Williams is going to be the highest paid free agent in this free agent class. He's going to reset the market. And ultimately, he'll probably get 21, 22, possibly even $23 million per year, just like David Bakhtiari. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised, because if the Niners offered him a 4-year, $80 million contract and another team offered him $23 million APY, so you're looking at probably closer to $100 million off. Let's say he has an extra year on that contract. A 3-digit number in the millions is a lot nicer than looking at a 2-digit number in the millions. I'm just saying. Yeah. All right. Antonio Lozado from the BEASTwriter family. Kim Jones from NFL.com reports OBJ was referring to coming back from ACL injury. So he just wants attention. Cool story. Why would he do that? Why didn't he just put it out there? Why would he put like a teaser? That's mean. That's mean, OBJ. Why would you do that? Just because free agency is going on, I get it. You're not getting all the attention. No, I'm joking. I like OBJ. All joking aside, I'm glad he's coming back from ACL injury. Can't wait to see him. I really like OBJ. All right. R. Sandal Ford 33 from the BEASTwriter family says, Emmanuel Sanders will do big things if he comes back to the 49ers. He would. Jerry Yang says, rumors have Richard Sherman talking to the Saints. Thoughts on that move? I mean, what are they going to do with Marshawn Lattimore, right? He could possibly be a cap casualty, right? You have other guys like what? Didn't they have Janoris Jenkins last year? They had a few other guys last year playing the boundary cornerback position. You also look at the guys that they have on the back end there. Ultimately, it comes down to this. Richard Sherman to the New Orleans Saints would be a nice play, because the Saints have traditionally took away veteran players in the past. They did it with Quan Alexander, Emmanuel Sanders, and now they're going to do it with Richard Sherman. Sure, why not? Let's just take the 2019 Super Bowl team and then have those guys on our roster. It's third time the charm. Could happen. Nico Wilson for the BEASTwriter family. Will you let Trent Williams go and grab a good center and a decent tackle, then get more weapons for the offense? Yes. Look what happens when you give up Trent Williams, but then you can fill other needs based on what you're saying. Trent Williams, 2 words. The other needs, like a lot of words. Would you rather go Trent Williams or blah, 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 blah? And I agree with you. I'd rather go the blah, 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 blah. I'd rather go that route. It's much financially easier. All right, Ken Mueller from the BEASTwriter family. How much money does Trent Williams expect to get a season? Football is a team sport. Can't win Super Bowl paying a ton of money to one player. Football is a team sport, but football is also a money business. It's all about the Benjamins, baby. Show me the money. Show me the money, right? It's like Jerry Maguire. Show me the money. Yeah. Good movie. All right. Jerry Yang says New York Giants signed wide receiver John Ross. Yes, they did. And there's some guy that just, I don't know how to block this guy. Let's block this guy. So we had to block one of the guys here because he's putting random stuff on here. He's talking about China. What the heck is this guy? The racist stuff is just it's annoying to me. It's all like weird. All right. Anyways, all right. Jonathan K28. How important is it that the 49ers get a tall starting cornerback for the bigger receivers in the league? Mosley and Verrett are under 6 foot. Okay. Again, height, weight, speed does play a role, but it also depends on the type of scheme that you run. Furthermore, when you take that into account and you look at exactly what's out there and what you're looking for in a boundary cornerback, I don't think you have to be a certain 6 foot cornerback in order to be successful. It comes down to your explosion off the line of scrimmage. Do you stay square? Do you show patient feet? Because again, if you can win the fundamentals, are you a good game film study? Because if you can, then you can get away with lack of athleticism or lack of height. Ultimately, can you win the vertical game? What's your vertical jump? What's your broad jump? How fast can you explode? Are you better with a running start on jumping and making a break of the ball? Or do you have to kind of set yourself in a set position to high point the ball that way, jumping off 2 feet as opposed to 1? These are things that you look for a boundary cornerback. Now, to take it a step further, let's go ahead and dissect exactly what you're looking for, right? Fundamentals, right? Cadence in your back pedal. Do you flip your hips too early? Do you open your hips up too early off the line of scrimmage and then get beat on the double move? Or if a receiver is gaining inside leverage and then jumps outside, do you have the fluid hips to stay stride for stride with that receiver downfield? Do you have the makeup speed? So a lot of it depends on a lot of these things I'm just talking about, aside from how tall is this guy? Look at Darrell Green, Champ Bailey, right? He wasn't the tallest guy. You have guys like Nnamdi Asomugha, right? Great height, weight, speed guy, the prototypical for the position, shut down corner, right? But then there's smaller guys that can get it done. So I would say that's more of a factor of, yes, it is a measurable that you look for. But hey, if I see a guy who's 5'8", 5'9", who can be a true shutdown corner, has a 43-inch vertical jump or 40-inch plus vertical jump, has like a 135-inch broad jump, makes plays on the football, no matter if he's going up against a 6'2" receiver who weighs 200 pounds because he knows how to leverage. He knows how to use the sideline as an extra defender, push and squeeze the wide receiver to the boundary. These are all things you look for when you're scouting a player. And yes, I think there's some things that you look for. Ultimately, it shouldn't be the ultimatum. Like, oh man, he has to be 6 foot, 200 pounds, or we're going to take him off the board. That'd be fool's gold. All right, Ty James. Thank you for tuning in. Bunk from the BEASTwriter family says, devil's advocate question, isn't letting Trent walk and signing other players similar to the Buckner situation? It is, and it isn't. It's a little bit different because, again, when the Buckner situation happened, again, he was a younger player. He was the best at his position, and he set the tone for the rest of the defense. He was a team captain, team leader. I can't say the same for Trent Williams. He's not the heart and soul of the offensive line. He's not really a team captain type of a rah-rah type of guy. He is an aging player, not a young player. So you're not getting him on his second contract like you were with Buckner, who was playing on his fifth-year option. You have to overpay for him. And ultimately, is he worth the guaranteed money that he's going to command on the open market? I just don't see it. I think they're two very, very different roles there, and comparing DeForest Buckner and where he was in his career as opposed to Trent Williams in his. The Illuminati said, from the BEASTwriter family, YouTube, but thank you for your question, Bunk. Thoughts on Pat's recent signings? They are contenders with these new additions. Yes, absolute contenders. I'm not sure about contenders. I think they're a playoff contender, but I wouldn't say like Super Bowl contenders. We have to see how these guys gel. Obviously, team chemistry is of the utmost importance. You have a good team with good team chemistry. I would take that over any day of the week over a strong a strong team that had great players but had no team chemistry involved. Team chemistry is number one in my book. How they gel, how they work together, how they play together as one, as opposed to individuals. All right, Arthur Long from the BEASTwriter family said, should 49ers go after Galladay? No, because he's going to cost too much. Dom49 from the BEASTwriter family says, do we still go quarterback with the 12th pick, or does that all depend on now what happens to Trent Williams? I think a lot of it has to do with what happens to Trent Williams, obviously. But I wouldn't reach for a tackle at 12, even if Trent Williams is returning, or that doesn't return, excuse me. I like cornerback. I like Patrick Surtain. Trade back. If you don't want Patrick Surtain, go ahead, trade back. If he's off the board, trade back a few spots. Get J.C. Horn. You don't want J.C. Horn? Roll with my draft crush, Najee Harris. All right. That's the play. All right, Aaron is from Facebook. Get yourself a YouTube, man. You keep commenting. I see you, man. Get yourself a YouTube, man. I'm telling you. You'll be in for the giveaways. All right. What up? What is going on, man? Do you see the Niners getting the running back from the Chiefs that just got cut? I forgot his name. Damian Williams? Yeah, he could be a play, but I like Najee Harris. That's my draft crush. Najee Harris is my draft crush. So there's been a lot of moves that were made, guys. Look. I'm looking at it right now. Just let me go ahead and pull it up. We have a lot of movers right now, and I'm supposed to start Taco Tuesdays at 2:30, so I might break that down and go ahead and do a separate podcast live stream, or I might continue doing this one. I don't know. I'm not sure yet. We're picking up people, so I might as well just stay on. Ask me any questions you guys have. How about that? Let's do that. Ask me questions. I'll answer them the best I can. Let's go ahead and just talk about some of the moves that were made and how that impacts the NFL free agency. All right. So Again, there's a lot of moves that were made. Obviously, the New England Patriots made the majority of those, but you guys want to talk about the Niners. So let's go ahead and talk about the Niners. What's going on with Trent Williams? Let's talk about that. Aren't you guys wondering? That's the $1 million question. What's happening with freaking Trent Williams? Why is it quiet? If there's an offer of 4-year, $80 million that's been reported, or like some of you guys are saying is reported, why is the deal not done? I'll tell you why. Because he wants more money. He maybe want a 5th year onto that contract. So he may be going to the Niners and saying, hey, this is your offer. I want 5 years. We're only going to give you 4 because you're 33 years old. I want 5 years. We're only going to give you 4. Well, I want 5 years. If you don't give it to me, I'm going to try to get it with the Indianapolis Colts or a team that needs a blindside left tackle, because I know this tackle class isn't the strongest. So it might be deep, but it's not the strongest. The horizontal board is not, the vertical board is not looking strong when it comes to the tackle class. I'm just saying, what do you guys think about that? There's a lot of stuff we can say about that. Wow, we are getting more questions. This is ridiculous. Look at all this. All right. So it'll be interesting. All right. Ken Miller from YouTube BEASTwriter family says, should we get Patrick Peterson for 1 year deal? No. We should not get Patrick Peterson. In my grading system, he played horribly. Again, I broke down that in a live stream yesterday on Patrick Peterson with my game grades, broken it down by week. He's not even an average player in my grading system, with 5 being average. He clocked in at around a 4.5, around there. So he's not even average. So no, I would say pass on Patrick Peterson. He's past his prime. Don't do it. Don't do it. You might as well just keep Richard Sherman. All right. Mello, if Russell Wilson leaves Seattle, what will DK Metcalf do after 2020? Great question, Mello. And I don't know. We have to see how that one plays out. I have no idea. I think ultimately Russell Wilson stays in Seattle. That's my gut feeling. I don't think he's going to be leaving. All right. Arthur Long for the BEASTwriter family says, if not Galladay, then who? They need a receiver. Emmanuel Sanders. The Niners should get Emmanuel Sanders. That's my answer. All right. Who do you think is a better backup for the Niners? Sam Darnold or Bridgewater? Sam Darnold, no question. Sam Darnold brings more to the game. He's a better fit for what Kyle Shanahan likes to do. He has the critical factors. Teddy Bridgewater is more of a stopgap, bridge gap quarterback. I still see starter potential in Sam Darnold. I like Sam Darnold. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Patriots got that got that semi. Aaron says, how do I look you up on YouTube? Okay, Aaron, thank you so much for your question. It's simple. Just go to YouTube and type BEASTwriter. My stuff will pop up. Legit pop up. Or you can just go to www.youtube/BEASTwriter. YouTube.com/BEASTwriter. YouTube/BEASTwriter. YouTube.com/BEASTwriter. I will pop up and you will be able to follow me, my man. And turn on and flip on the bell notification so you get notified when I go live or when I upload content. But you do need a YouTube account. It's free, just like Facebook, just like every free social media app, every big one. Anyways, Twitter, same thing. It's all free. All right, Jamal from the YouTube BEASTwriter family says, Najee straight baller, and he's putting up Aniak on the map. I'm with you, Ryan. He is special talent. I played against him in high school. Dude, what high school did you go to? Deer Valley? What high school did you go to? I would like to know. Yeah, he's a monster, bro. I watched him in high school too. All right, Mariah Lee from the BEASTwriter family says, he's old. He should be really happy with 4 years. Trent Williams. She said, Trent Williams is old. He should be really happy with 4 years. Can't argue that. Manuel Gonzalez says, should we go for Eric Fisher instead? I would like them, well, depending on the price, right? Because the Chiefs just released him. What is he going to be asking for? The same money that the Chiefs were giving him? He is the former #1 overall pick, and if you're connecting the dots, he did come out of the same school as Joe Staley at Central Michigan. I spoke with Joe Staley back in 2013 when he was drafted, And I said, hey, did you get a chance to talk to Eric Fisher? Right? It was a one-on-one. I was helping because like doing some charity work for Joe Staley, and he said, yeah, like I talked to him a few times. I think he really gets it. I think he's gonna be a good offensive tackle. It'd be interesting to see. I still have that transcript because I still have that transcript in the archives. I wonder what he has to say, what, 7 years later, 8 years later that we are, and what he thinks. Hey, Joe, so the blindside left tackle position is open. What do you think about your boy Eric Fisher possibly taking your spot? Oh, I think it'd be great. Central Michigan guy. All right. Let's go ahead and continue. Bunk said, I bite and give Trent 5 years. I think Parag could work his contract magic, giving him more guaranteed money while restructuring it so the 49ers could move on with little cap hit in year 5. We'll see. We'll see how this one plays out. All right. Vinny Mac from the BEASTwriter family says, does Sherman go to the Saints and reunite with an old coach? Could happen. Not saying it will, but it could happen. The Illuminati from the BEASTwriter family. 49ers need you in that draft room ASAP, Beast. Yeah, I would tell him straight up. I talked to Ethan Wall when I was there all the time. I talked to John Lynch from time to time. I talked to their scouts on the practice field. Like, who are you guys looking at? This is who I seen. And then they're like, oh, who do you like? And then we'll have an actual conversation. Like, we'll be talking football. We'll be talking analytics. They don't really get into analytics, but we're talking scouting reports, like, oh, what do you think about this guy? Oh, what do you like about this guy? Oh, I like how he comes off the line of scrimmage. He has a great get off, all the lingo that we talk about. And then we go in depth. Oh, so tell me why you like this guy. That was always fun. Yeah, get me in that draft room. I'll tell you who to pick. My Twitter, YouTube receipts don't lie. You guys know that. That's why you guys follow me. All right. William Gillard from the BEASTwriter family says, what do you think about Slater at 12 and trade back into first for J.C. Horn? I don't like Rashawn Slater at 12. I think you can trade down and still pick up J.C. Horn. Thank you for your question, and welcome to the BEASTwriter family, William. Really appreciate to have you and honored to have you as part of our family. But getting back to your question, my man, again, I'm not as high on Rashawn Slater. If I'm sitting there at 12, I'm going to look to trade back, gain draft capital, and pick up J.C. Horn right before the Tennessee Titans are on the clock. That's my choice. And why the Tennessee Titans? Because the teams drafting after them, I don't see them going after a cornerback based on the team needs and based on my analytics. Boom. All right. Antonio Dillon from the BEASTwriter family says, which of the rookie corners can play nickel? Is there any chance Caleb Farley actually falls to 12? Yeah, Caleb Farley can actually fall to 12, but I'm not high on Caleb Farley. I'm higher on J.C. Horn. So if I'm sitting there at 12 and both those guys are sitting there and I'm looking for a cornerback, I'm rolling with J.C. Horn, not Caleb Farley. The same thing that happened back in 2014 when everyone was saying Justin Gilbert was going to be the next thing since sliced bread. I said, no, they're not. Jason Verrett and Kyle Fuller are going to have better careers and they have Pro Bowl potential, not Justin Gilbert. Check the YouTube Twitter receipts. I put it up there. It's there. Same thing happening this year. That's why you guys follow me. You guys are probably wondering, who is Justin Gilbert? Go look him up. Oklahoma State cornerback. All the analysts were high on him. Not me. Not this guy. All right. Dark Halo 2 times. Part of the BEASTwriter family says, any movement regarding center for Mac is still available on the Rays. Just let go of Pro Bowl Rodney. I'm telling you, I like Rodney Hudson. Give me some Rodney Hudson. Rodney Hudson on the Niners would be awesome. Top 5 offensive center in my grading system. Corey Linsley is up there. You guys are like, who's that list? Corey Linsley is up there. He is now with the LA Chargers. Highest paid center ever. You got Ryan Kelly from the Indianapolis Colts from Alabama. Like him. Rodney Hudson up there, bro. I'm telling you. All right. Jason Ellsworth from the BEASTwriter family. What about Villanueva from Pittsburgh if we can't resign Trent Williams? I don't like Alejandro Villanueva. I don't like that move. I think they're going to be overpaying for him. No. Listen, if you turned on the game film from week 3 against the San Francisco 49ers where Edge Nick Bosa just manhandled him, you will know what I'm talking about. Again, I watched every Steelers snap because, again, that's one of the teams that I covered before covering all 32. Alejandro Villanueva, well past his prime. Not the Pro Bowl player we all been accustomed to seeing and knowing. Aaron Abe from Facebook. Do you like David Andrews at center for the Niners? Yeah, absolutely. I like Rodney Hudson better, though. But for the system, David Andrews might be a better fit. Might be a better fit. Jonathan K28. The Flyers should be jumping for joy if Trent asks for 5 years. They can backload the hell out of the contract. Yeah. Absolutely. I agree with this. I agree with your analysis. All right, listen to this. Jonathan K28 just reported. And if you guys are hearing news, I'm doing a live stream, obviously. I don't know what's going on. Please help your boy out and do things like Jonathan is doing. Just let me know. Hey, Beast, the Niners just signed Andy Dalton to a 1-year, $10 million contract like Ryan Fitzpatrick signed. Cool story. I like it. I like Andy Dalton going to the Bears on a 1-year prove-it deal. Mitchell Trubisky now has competition. All right. Jamal from the BEASTwriter family. I went to Liberty High School in Brentwood. He rushed for like 400 yards against us and like 4+ touchdowns, and it was a homecoming game. Jim Harbaugh was also there recruiting him. Yep. Probably. That's pretty cool. Jim Harbaugh was there. I miss Jim Harbaugh, man. Jim Harbaugh, great guy. Great person. Loved that guy. Fun. Dry sense of humor, but fun. Aaron from Facebook. Do you think Jimmy G should restructure his deal just to get some heat off of him? I guess. All right. You also asked, what's your take on Asante Samuel? I like Asante Samuel. I think he'd be a good day 2 pick for any NFL team. Obviously, he's a legacy. His father played for the New England Patriots. Yes. Alongside Eugene Wilson, who was the free safety of, I believe, at the time, if I'm not mistaken. There's a lot of good cornerbacks who played for the New England Patriots over the years. Asante Samuel was one of them. I liked him. All right. Sean Heaney from YouTube BEASTwriter family says, hey, Beast, do we bring back K1? If not, who does? No, I don't think ultimately you guys are going to get K1 Williams back. I think he's going to be going and looking to get paid elsewhere. A great cornerback, great slot guy. Again, he wins early in the down. He knows how to use his leverage to his advantage, where it's inside or outside leverage, rarely takes false steps, makes nice plays on the football when the ball arrives at the catch point. So you see these things in his game that you really like. One of the most underrated things he does, just like Mike Hilton, who went to the Cincinnati Bengals. Again, the reason why K1 Williams, who I believe is probably going to get signed later this afternoon, if not during this live stream, is because Mike Hilton just inked a deal with the Cincinnati Bengals, who has a similar game and mirrors a similar game to K1 Williams, plays the same exact position. In my grading system, those guys are neck and neck as to who the top slot cornerback is in the NFL. So based on what Mike Hilton got, you can bet your top dollar that K1 Williams is probably going to sign with another team based on what Mike Hilton got with the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm just putting this out there. So don't be surprised if K1 Williams is not with the San Francisco 49ers. It's 2:04 p.m. as we speak. I look for K1 Williams to get signed probably around 4:30, 5 o'clock, somewhere in the next few hours. Don't be surprised if K1 Williams comes off the board as the next 49ers free agent to go elsewhere. Because, again, Mike Hilton was just signed. Look for K1 Williams to follow. All right. Let's go ahead and move on. I'm calling it now that the 49ers get Trubisky. Well, good luck with that. I am not a fan of Trubisky, but good luck with that. Yikes. But that's a good prediction. It could happen. But why would you do that when the team traded back 1 spot for Solomon Thomas when they could have had Trubisky at 2? Or... yeah, at 2, right? Yeah, at 2. Jamal from the BEASTwriter family. In my opinion, Slater would be a perennial Pro Bowl caliber player type of player. Oh, all the companies he played in the Big Ten, he dominated, including Chase Young, the reigning defensive rookie of the year. Yeah, we go back to that film, and you guys got to remember, it's just one game. It's just one game. Everything on social media, no matter what, someone will point to this game and be like, oh, this is what... Hey, consistency is key. Go watch the other games. How is he doing the other games? Look, Rashawn Slater is going to be a good player, but to say he's going to be a perennial Pro Bowl player, the same was said of Mike McGlinchey. John Lynch said Mike McGlinchey would be a Pro Bowl player. How'd that turn out? Arthur Long from the BEASTwriter family, but thank you for your analysis, Jamal. Hey, I could be wrong. I could be wrong, man. You could be right. Arthur left with the BEASTwriter family. What are 3 things the 49ers must accomplish this free agent season? It can't stay as is. They did a lot of things, Arthur, man. They signed a lot of good in-house free agents. I like the moves that were made. They did get Samson. Ebukam was kind of questionable. Like, why would you sign the guy to a 2-year, $12 million contract? Again, the linebacker class is weak in the 2021 class. I can see maybe why they made that play. 2-year, $12 million is a sound, cheap move. So I can see why it makes sense. I'm not downing the play. I'm not saying it's a horrible play, but hey, what's going to happen with Trent Williams? I don't know. So the moves that were made in bringing back Kyle Juszczyk, Jason Verrett, and Emmanuel Mosley. I mean, that's 3 right there off the top of my head. Like those plays. All right, Jimmy Reyes Jr. We need to bring Alex Smith over to help. Thank you for tuning in, man. Do yourself a favor. Get yourself a BEASTwriter family account on YouTube. Just subscribe to my channel. You can do that. You're on Facebook, bro. So obviously, if you have a Facebook account, you can have a YouTube account. Same exact thing that's going to be playing out here. Yeah, good stuff. So just go ahead and go to www.youtube.com/BEASTwriter. Subscribe so you'll be entered for our fun Family Friday giveaways. Again, we're giving these away for everyone who subscribes. So you'll be entered for this weekly Family Friday giveaways. This is going to be a Jimmy G. Garoppolo bobblehead. And this 49ers backpack, complete with the NFL license on it. Again, still in this package, brand spanking new. If you subscribe to my channel, turn on the bell notifications, engage with me. That's what I want. That's what the BEASTwriter family is all about. Not Facebook, not Twitter, YouTube. All right. Jonathan K. from the YouTube BEASTwriter family says, who do you think the Friars bring in to back up Jimmy Garoppolo? Good question. I don't know. I don't know, man. That's a good question. Is Jimmy Garoppolo going to be there? We still don't know what's going to happen with that. What's going to happen with Jimmy Garoppolo? All right, let's go ahead and move on. Jimmy Reyes Jr., what do you think about Cap? What do I think about him? Well, there's a documentary on Snapchat that Complex did. They're using my YouTube video footage. Obviously, I struck a contract with them there. So again, my YouTube is alive and kicking. But yeah, if you guys have yet to check that out, this is what I think about Kaepernick. Go check out the Snapchat original based on Complex. It's Kaepernick versus the world. It's a docu-series on Colin Kaepernick. My video footage, yes, by yours truly, who shot the video footage, is in there. Struck a contract with Complex. Good stuff. That's what I think about Cap. Sean Heaney from the BEASTwriter family says, Trubisky, the Niners sounds like he has been watching Grant Cohn. All right. The Illuminati from the BEASTwriter family says, who gets the bigger bag in the future, TJ Watt or Nick Bosa? TJ Watt. TJ Watt is going to secure the bigger bag. He's going to reset the edge class market. He should have been the defensive player of the year back in 2019. In 2020, they gave it again to Aaron Donald, who, in my grading system, TJ Watt graded higher than Aaron Donald, although Aaron Donald was a freaking beast, as he is every year. But especially in 2019, it should have been hands down TJ Watt. Hands down, not even the question. Not even the question. Go run the grades. Go look at every snap played, and then you will see what I'm talking about. Then come back at me. All right, Jonathan K28. A lot of people felt the same way too. Tyrod Taylor just signed a 1-year deal worth up to $12 million, $12.5 million with the Texans. Okay, so they got Tyrod Taylor. So Deshaun Watson's on his way out. I'm telling you, similar player, dual threat quarterback. People were saying, Deshaun Watson's not going to get traded. The Texans hold all the leverage. No, they don't. Again, I talked about sunk cost yesterday. Nick Caserio don't want a sunk cost in his hand. This is why you guys follow me. I said this since day one, since the trade rumor. I said Deshaun Watson holds all the cards. They just went out and got Tyrod Taylor. Come on, bro. Let's go. Come on. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. All right. Jamal says, I had McGlinchey rated as a 3rd pick. I wanted Derwin James. Yep. Derwin James would have been a nice play too. All right. Jonathan K says, Marvin Williams to the Jags. Ooh, Jaguars are making power play moves. All right. Let's go ahead and move on. Niners all day said that, yes, the Bears got Andy Dalton. Interesting stuff. Aaron says, were you on YouTube with Cone? Yes, we have Two Bums in the podcast, and that is always aired, usually on Wednesdays. Okay, Mello, a buddy of mine thinks that Jed York's drunk Twitter message a few days ago was a possible hint at bringing in a certain quarterback from a certain team in Texas. Your thoughts? Deshaun Watson? It could happen. Again, my thoughts. Hey, man, if you want to know my thoughts on that, just go ahead. I have it here. Just Google BEASTwriter, Deshaun Watson. Stuff will pop up. Here, I'll do it for you guys so you guys know exactly. Deshaun Watson to 49ers. Do something like this. I'll put up the ticker for you guys. Just YouTube search BEASTwriter, Deshaun Watson to 49ers. Whatever topic you guys want. You guys want to know my thoughts? I said this since day one. Again, this stuff can be 1 month out because it's forward thinking. It still holds true today. See what I had to say there. That's my thoughts. That's like 25 minutes worth of in-depth analysis on all my podcasts whenever I put that up on the ticker right here. All my podcasts are that way. All right. Mello says, that's really true, hasn't signed yet. Okay. Lamar Jackson is the best quarterback in the league. Part of the BEASTwriter family. He is a Ravens flock fan. Again, I have Ravens fans, Steelers fans in here, Panthers fans, Cardinals. It's all love. I love it. Marvin Jones Jr. to the Jags worth. Ooh. Okay. So the Jags got Marvin Jones Jr. Nice play by them. $14 million, 2-year, $14 million. Thank you. Jerry Yang echoes that analysis. 2 years, $14.5 million. Oh, the Saints traded Malcolm Brown to the Jaguars. Ooh, that's a big one. Wasn't Malcolm Brown a first-round pick by the New Orleans Saints, if I'm not mistaken? Okay. So the Jaguars doing what? GM Trent Baalke's doing what? Building teams from the inside out. He consistently does this. We've seen him do it in San Francisco. When he drafted Anthony Davis and Mike Iupati on the offensive line, giving Frank Gore some goons to work with up front. He then drafts guys like who? DeForest Buckner, right? Eric Armstead. So you know where he's going with this. It's a building the team from the inside out concept. And again, when you have a new coach there, you win the games down in the trenches, and ultimately you see what GM Trent Baalke is doing. He obviously got Malcolm Brown, who was traded to the Jacksonville Jaguars. What is the trade? What did the Saints get in return for Malcolm Brown? Please let me know. I'm doing a live stream. I have no idea what's going on here. So do yourself a favor, or do me a favor. Do yourself a favor. Do yourself a favor. Do me a favor. Let me know what's going on, because your boys doesn't know what the heck is going on right now. All right. Are the Pats a playoff team now with all their signings? Yes. He said if they get a running back, it's looking good. Exactly. What I'd say, my Jimmy Garoppolo to the Patriots analysis on YouTube is holding up. That podcast is still going strong. It's falling into place, and this is why you guys follow me. Check out that podcast, man. I'm telling you. Just type in BEASTwriter and whatever it is you want to talk about. BEASTwriter, Patriots, 49ers, whatever. BEASTwriter, Jimmy Garoppolo, 49ers. BEASTwriter, 49ers, New England Patriots. It's like Google search. Just YouTube search it. It's all there, making sense of Jimmy Garoppolo to the Patriots. That was my headline. BEASTwriter broke it down for you. It's holding up, because what I say they're going to do at 15, select running back Najee Harris. If they got who? Jimmy Garoppolo. What do they look like they're doing? Making a team built around what type of quarterback? Jimmy Garoppolo. Trent Brown, Nelson Aguilar, Kendrick Bourne. You can reunite him with Jimmy Garoppolo. You already have Julian Edelman. You have Jonnu Smith and Hunter Henry as your tight end. So you're going to be operating at most likely a 22 or 12 personnel. I'm just saying, the stars are aligning and my YouTube receipts are strong. All right. Lamar Jackson, the best quarterback in the league, says from the BEASTwriter family, I want the Ravens to sign Hassan Reddick. Speed rusher, pretty young, would be a great addition. Yes, and you guys lost Matthew Judon, who's on the New England Patriots. So that was a huge blow for you guys. You guys still have Patrick Queen, his inside linebacker. I really liked him. I thought he was a steal of that draft class, or one of the steals of that draft class. You also guys have one of the best secondaries there. But really what it comes down to is the edge rushing or lack thereof. I mean, you guys traded Chris Wormley to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I liked him, but now he's a free agent. So are you guys going to bring back Chris Wormley? I don't know. There's a lot of moving parts here. Ultimately, Matt Judon not being on the Baltimore Ravens is definitely going to hurt your defense. And I know you guys got Calais Campbell. He's a stud, but you guys need more of an edge rushing presence because Calais Campbell is a IDL. So I'm eager to see what you guys do. I like the Hassan Reddick analysis. He had one heck of a year in the contract season. And are the Arizona Cardinals going to let him walk? Maybe. He's a free agent. He can do whatever the heck he wants. All right. Jamal says, I'm going to head out, Ryan. Have a great rest of your day. And I meant to say I had McGlinchey as a day 2 pick, 3rd round. Gotcha, my man. Thank you for tuning in. Appreciate you. All right. Rodney Jones from the BEASTwriter family says, Adoree Jackson was released. Any chance Niners go after him? No, they should not go after him. I don't like Adoree Jackson. All right, the Illuminati from the BEASTwriter family says, how can the Pats still be on Jimmy G if they just pay Cam Newton? Easy, because Bill Belichick understands value, and if he can get Jimmy G for a 2nd-round pick, you pull the trigger on that. Aaron says, who do you see the Pats trading for Jimmy G? I would like Gilmore or offensive. I don't like Gilmore. I know you'd get him on a discounted contract, but I don't like Gilmore. Again, you already signed Emmanuel Mosley and Jason Verrett. What kind of message does that send to them, knowing that you're investing so much money tied up to these boundary quarterbacks, and you basically told them that they were the starters? Like, hey, the first priority in free agency, solidify the boundary quarterback position. Oh, but then we're going to get stuff on Gilmore too. You're going to be looking at what the... If I would have known that, I wouldn't have signed that 2-year, $10.1 million. And I'll be calling Jason Verrett. Hey, bro, did you see what's that? Look what Ian Rappaport just reported. They just got Stephon Gilmore, bro. What? That's not what they told me. Bro, I'm telling you, you're telling me you only here for 1 year. I'm here for 2 years, bro. I signed a 2-year, $10.1 million. I don't even know if I'm going to start anymore. No, they will not go after Stephon Gilmore. Or they shouldn't. But offensive line, absolutely. Absolutely. I can see offensive line being the play. All right, so we are possibly going to go and just transition this into Taco Tuesdays because, man, Taco Tuesdays is supposed to start at what? 2:30, right? 2:30 Taco Tuesdays? And we are basically at 2:18 right now, so might as well just keep it going. We're 2 hours into the live stream, which is ridiculous. Ridiculously awesome. I did a live stream for 3 hours yesterday. I don't know how I had a voice, but it got a lot of good feedback. A lot of good feedback. You guys like this. So maybe we'll do a live stream. Let's transition this into do something crazy. Here, I'm going to try something new. Let's just look at what we have here. Okay, so catching up on the free agent tracker based on NFL.com. So I guess Leonard Williams agrees to a 3-year, $63 million contract. What the heck? Oh, so you guys hear about this? No one told me about this move. No one told me about the Browns signing edge Takk McKinley to a 1-year deal worth up to $4 million. Remember, Takk McKinley was signed off waivers by to the San Francisco 49ers. They put a claim in for Takk McKinley. He didn't pass his physical, and then he was dished out again. But Takk McKinley was supposed to be the pass rush president that Jordan Willis was. And now it says right here, according to Nick Shook, around the NFL writer, on NFL.com, says Browns signing edge Takk McKinley to a 1-year deal worth up to $4 million. And he was listed as the number 85th best free agent on Greg Rosenthal's top 101 free agents. Well, Takk McKinley, I thought was going to be a stud. Again, if you want to see my analysis on Takk McKinley when they put in that claim for Takk McKinley, the 49ers, I'm saying, just type in BEASTwriter, Takk McKinley. It'll pop up. It got a lot of good feedback there. So, yeah, Takk McKinley. You guys, no one told me that. Come on. You're supposed to help your boy out. Lamar Jackson says Takk McKinley is not good. He has potential. So whether he's not good, He has potential. We have to see how that plays out. Ultimately, there's a reason why he's on the open market, but the guy can bring a pass rushing presence. In my opinion. All right, let's go ahead and move on. So, Takk McKinley going to the Cleveland Browns on a 1-year, $4 million prove-it deal. Anything else going on in free agency that I don't know about? Obviously, Damian Williams was just released by the Kansas City Chiefs. They would rather roll the dice and go with their first-round pick to get the bulk load of the carries with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Saints are among the teams interested in cornerback Richard Sherman. That has now been reported. The Broncos have picked up Von Miller's option, and he will play in 2021 on a contract worth $18 million. A lot of moving parts. The Bears go ahead and then sign quarterback Andy Dalton today. So there's moves that are being made there. A lot of moving stuff here. Jets are interested in trading inside linebacker Emmanuel Moseley, who's the most expensive inside linebacker in the NFL in terms of getting guaranteed money. I wrote a podcast just a few days ago on Fred Warner possibly being trade bait for the New York Jets, simply because they have multiple draft picks and they have a need for an inside linebacker position. Now this news pops up. There's a reason why you follow me. You see how I'm connecting the dots here. Now it's old news. This is what it's about. Everything's coming to fruition. Good stuff. Saints going after Richard Sherman. That's one that is really, really interesting to me. Mickey Loomis, in my opinion, is a top 5, top 6 GM in the NFL, and I can really see him making a play for the former San Francisco 49er. And again, you already have Marshawn Lattimore there on one side, and then you cut Janoris Jenkins, so he's no longer on the team. He was due to make $11.2 million, right? So when you put that all together, they need a boundary cornerback. Now, at his age, I don't see him moving him back to play quarters coverage or play the deep halves. I don't think you're there yet. I think you can still play Richard Sherman as a boundary cornerback under the right scheme. Now, how this all plays out, time will tell. Time will tell. All right. Let's get to your questions. Mello, thanks, bro. I really appreciate you making that video breakdown. Deshaun Watson, I'm 5 minutes in, and you break it down easy for me to understand. I appreciate it. Thank you so much, man. I'm happy you like what I have to say. I try to break down all my podcasts into parameters, as you know, the instant gratification versus long-term gains. What's the cost-benefit analysis? Who are the people involved? Who are the players? Who are the coaches involved? Why does this move make sense for both organizations? And who ultimately comes out the winner and who is the loser? Pretty simple to me. And that's why I think it's a big hit here in the BEASTwriter family, because you guys like how I break down my podcast. Now watch people piggyback on it. It's fine. I've been told that people are doing that. Anyways. All right. Let's go ahead and move on. Who would you trade Jimmy G ASAP or wait till the draft? Would you trade Jimmy G? Yeah, I would trade Jimmy G. I would trade Jimmy G. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Jags just signed Malcolm Brown. Or they traded for him. Did they trade for him? Or I think Malcolm Brown was under contract. No, or was he a free agent? I don't know. I thought they traded for him. Could be wrong. Is there a scenario in which you can see the 49ers trading Jimmy G to the Patriots and get 46 and Gilmore return? Possibly. I talked about that on an earlier live stream. That could play a role. I actually broke that down. Just type in BEASTwriter Jimmy Garoppolo to Patriots. You will know my full-on analysis on him moving back to New England. Aaron says, I will be pissed if we trade for Warner. Me too. I'd be upset, but I wouldn't be surprised. I was upset about the DeForest Buckner. That surprised me, but now I'm not surprised. Any all-pro player on the Niners is trade bait, except for George Kittle, who plays offense. Niners all day 55. Chance Niners get Watson. I would love him here. Yes. Again, if you want to see that podcast, go ahead and I already broke that down on another podcast earlier. Again, this was put up 2 months ago, but it still holds true. A lot of the analysis in there is spot on. There's a reason why I included Nick Bosa in this trade scenario. Obviously, you see now why J.J. Watt was released. I said it in the podcast before this even played out where J.J. Watt was going to be released. No one even talked about that. That's why you have me. Check the YouTube receipts, check the date, and then check when everything came to fruition. That's when J.J. Watt was released and be like, oh, damn. Because he has $17.5 million cap number. How do I know that? Because I've been doing so many podcasts. And I know all 32 NFL teams. It's what I do. It's what I do. All right. Ken Mueller. The Houston Texans are signing quarterback Tyrod Taylor to a 1-year, $12.5 million contract. Yes. So what's going on with Deshaun Watson? What is going on with Deshaun Watson? That's what I want to know. All right, let's go ahead and get to your questions. If you guys have any, go ahead and shoot them my way, and we'll be able to talk about that. Buckner trade happened a year ago today. Oh, if it happened a year ago today, that means today is the 1-year anniversary of the BEASTwriter family podcast. I did not even know that. Didn't even think of that. So 1 year, so today's the 1-year anniversary for the BEASTwriter family podcast. How's that? Because that was my first podcast, got a lot of traction on it. And it was a huge hit because it was controversial. People were like, no, we can get Javon Kinlaw. I was okay. We're going to see how this goes because I'm not high on Javon Kinlaw, especially as a pass rusher. Oh, he's a freak. All the analysts are saying he's a freak. Yeah, he has Pro Bowl potential, but consistency is key, as I always say. What happens? Fast forward a year later, where's DeForest Buckner? Oh, he's a first-team All-Pro. Oh, the Colts have the best defense. Oh, that's right. Who'd they get? Oh, it's DeForest Buckner. All right. Interesting. Thank you so much. The BEASTwriter family. This is congratulations to all of us. This is a happy 1 year for all of us here at the BEASTwriter family. When you're here, you're part of the BEASTwriter family. So we are doing big things here, guys. Big things, big things, big things. The BEASTwriter family is doing huge things here. I'm telling you, we're going to have guests on. I'm not going to release those guests. I'm running up the schedule for that. You guys are going to like it, though. It's going to be a lot of good information coming out here. And if you don't subscribe to my channel and don't flip on and turn on the bell notifications, you will probably miss it. So don't do that. Subscribe to my channel. There's a reason I say subscribe to my YouTube channel. Pretty soon, I'm not going to post this on Twitter. I'm not going to post this on Facebook. I'm just going to repost this on YouTube. So then you're gonna have to subscribe to my channel because again, I think YouTube's the way to go. At the end of the day, if you guys want my content, if you guys see value, you want to join the BEASTwriter family, which we're trying to do here, where social media engagement is encouraged. Hey, I'm doing it right now on Twitter and all these other social media platforms. Pretty soon, I'm just gonna and just go straight to YouTube. So do yourself a favor, subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's the way to go. It's the way to go. All right. Jerry Yang says, do the Bears have Michael and Trubisky, Foles, and Andy Dalton? Typical Ryan Pace. Typical Ryan Pace. All right, Jimmy G, Warner, and 2 first picks and second for Watson. John, thank you so much for being part of the BEASTwriter family. I love your avatar. Is that Jason in the background? That is a funny picture. I was like, wait, is that real? Pretty cool. But getting back to your question, I would not trade Fred Warner. I just wouldn't do it, man. I just wouldn't do it. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. You cannot trade Fred Warner. Don't do it. Don't do it. You'll be a better man for it. Not Warner. All right. Trent Payne from the BEASTwriter family on YouTube says, we traded a Hall of Fame fall. Yep, basically. All right, so let's get those questions ready, guys. We have a lot to talk about. We just went over the live stream in terms of the free agency frenzy on day 1. We're now rolling into day 2. Jerry Yang is just saying former Colts quarterback has reached an agreement on a 1-year deal with the Miami Dolphins. So basically, the Colts don't want Jacoby Brissett back. He then goes to the Miami Dolphins, playing a game of musical chairs. Ryan Fitzpatrick goes to Washington. And you can kind of see how this is going round and round and round we go. All right. Sorry. Yeah, Mike Myers. There you go. There you go. You got it. All right. Cool avatar, man. John Zach says, I'm scared they haven't extended Warner. Yes, exactly. Exactly. That's what I've been saying, man. Wayne D. Experience says, trade Fred to the Jets for 2 firsts. Ugh. I wouldn't do it. Are these 2 first-round picks guaranteed that they're going to pan out? No, because no draft pick is a guarantee. It's a crapshoot. We're all projecting. Everyone is. Even the analysts are projecting. Oh, this guy's going to be so great. How many times do they not pan out? Everyone's all quiet. Fred Warner is the best at the position. How many Fred Warners are there? There's only one because he's the best at the position. So I don't know. Frank Bruder says, first time listener, great contact from upstate. Hey, from upstate New York. Okay, I see you. Thank you for tuning in. I see you're a Michigan fan, so you must be a Jim Harbaugh fan. Do yourself a favor, man. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to my YouTube channel, bro. Because again, I'm not going to be posting this on Facebook anymore. I might just be going straight into YouTube because I'm trying to build up subscribers and the followers that way and the family. And so do yourself a favor. You're on YouTube right now. Go to www.youtube.com/BEASTwriter. You'll find me. Subscribe to my channel so you'll be entered for our fun Family Friday giveaways. You're like, what the heck are you talking about? Yes, every Friday, if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, you'll be entered for these fun Family Friday giveaways where I give out free stuff just for subscribing and engaging with me on YouTube. Absolutely. Not joking. The first winner was Robert Watson, who got our commemorative game day pennant, which he asked me to sign, which I'm going to do that, and I'm going to ship that out to him. So good stuff is happening here in the BEASTwriter family. It's all love here. I have fans and family from all 32 fan bases, and it's all good vibes in here. All good vibes in here. So welcome to the BEASTwriter family. Get yourself a YouTube account, bro. Thank you. I appreciate the love. All right. I'm hearing a lot about Wilson, the Jets rumors, and that the Hawks are interested in Darnold. Is this true? Probably. I don't know. There's a lot of smoke around this time. It's draft day. It's draft time. All right. Travis House from the BEASTwriter family. Jimmy G has Warner's money. Yeah. All right. John Zach says Fred is the best middle linebacker in the league. Please do not Buckner Fred Warner. Yes, exactly. And if you guys know, I said this during the year that Fred Warner might follow into Forrest Buckner's footsteps. Again, this is why you guys follow me. This is old news, man. I put this out like 4 or 5 months ago. Legit. Wait, where are we? Yeah, 4 or 5. You guys don't believe me? Check this out. Just YouTube. Anything you want to know. BEASTwriter. Type in this. BEASTwriter 49ers, DeForest Buckner, Fred Warner. Legit. Just type this in. And that podcast will come up. And you will see what I'm talking about. BEASTwriter, DeForest Buckner. Hold on. Let me just do it again. So you guys know BEASTwriter right here. Fred Warner, DeForest Buckner. There. Done. Just YouTube this. YouTube search BEASTwriter, Fred Warner, DeForest Buckner. Boom. You'll see my podcast on that I put up like 4 months ago. It's old news now. I've been saying this since day one. And look, that podcast still holds true today. This is why you guys follow me, because I say this stuff in real time. And people are like, oh, that's not going to happen. Read the comments. There's some people, oh, this is BS. Fast forward 4 months later, what happened? Here we are today. The Illuminati says, Beast, what's your ultimate dream job? Doing what I do now. This is my ultimate dream job. Being a beat writer was fun. That was, at the time, that was my dream job. But now I want to cover all 32 NFL teams. YouTube literally gives me that platform to go ahead and do it. I want to take my game to the next level. I'm always looking to get better, right? Always looking to grow. YouTube is giving me this opportunity. You see all the fans that are in here? I mean, I have family members that are following me. I have the players themselves that are following me, watching my live streams. You guys see it. And the love that I get from all 32 fan bases has been nothing but overwhelming. You gain credibility based on what you know. And if you're going to talk about the 49ers or the Pittsburgh Steelers or whatever team you're talking about, you better know what's going on with the other 31. Because if you don't, you're just comparing that player to that team. Well, that you're doing yourself a disservice. Do the legwork, cover all 32. You gain more credibility and respect that way. That's what I see is happening in terms of the BEASTwriter family. That's why we were growing at a good rate and a great rate, I should say. Our traffic is going through the roof. We're getting subscribers every single day. This thing is not slowing down. It's only going up, which is why I'm heavily investing in the YouTube podcast and the BEASTwriter family. So great things are coming. Stay tuned for this. This is my ultimate dream job. And I love what I'm doing because, again, I wouldn't be in the position I am without all of you guys' love and support. So thank you. Thank you. Oh, man. Good stuff. All right. John Zach, thank you. I appreciate the love, man. I'm just here because, again, I wouldn't be here without you guys. I'm doing this for you. Again, I'm not making a penny right now, which is fine because, again, this is my passion. This is what I love to do. You guys can, I mean, here we are, what, 2 hours and 20 minutes? I could be at the gym right now getting my cardio in, my fastest cardio in. I didn't even eat anything yet. Here we are at 2:35 p.m., which is fine. I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, hey, this is fun. This is my passion. This is really fun. When I wake up, I don't think about, oh man, this sucks. I have to do a podcast. No, it's like, oh, who else can I bring to the BEASTwriter family today? What can I do for you guys? How can we make this BEASTwriter family podcast, this BEASTwriter family better? How can we grow? What are some steps that we can do to really take this thing to the next level? That's what I'm doing here. And that's what I'm trying to do. And again, hey, you guys are my lifeline, man. Without you guys, I'd just be talking to myself. But ultimately, thankfully, I'm not. I am not. All right. Ooh, Patrick Arribas, part of the BEASTwriter family, says Patriots had 19.6 million rolled over from 2020 due to opt-outs. They reloaded this year. Yeah, reloaded is an understatement. They freaking went all in. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Richard B. Costa Jr. said, I've asked this before, but never gotten an answer. So once again, should the Niners trade up for Penei Sewell? He's going to be a great and will be important to us. No, they shouldn't trade up for Penei Sewell simply because it's going to be too rich for the 49ers blood to do so. He's coming off the board to the Cincinnati Bengals, and I already put up a podcast episode on that. Again, if you guys want to know exactly how the 49ers are doing or any other team, that's why you guys follow me. You guys really want to do the legwork on the other 31 other NFL teams. Obviously, you guys don't get paid to do that. That's not your job, but that's why you have me. So look, do yourselves a favor. He has a question on Penei Sewell. And answering your question, no, they shouldn't do it. I will go ahead and put up a podcast on that here in the description in the ticker box below. Just type in this. You'll be good to go. Type in, bro, right here. YouTube search BEASTwriter, Penei Sewell, Bengals. Boom. You'll see everything I had to say about that. Ultimately, I think he's going to be locked in at number 5 with the Cincinnati Bengals. They have left tackle Jonah Williams there, who was a first-round pick out of Alabama. Ultimately, I see him moving to the right side. He's been dealing with some injuries, and then you can play Penei Sewell there, and now you have 2 bookends for the foreseeable future. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Thank you for your comment. I really appreciate it. Richard B. Costa Jr. from the YouTube BEASTwriter family. All right, Niners all day 55. If we do get Watson, what do you think we will have to rebuild around Watson? It depends on what they give up, right, man? It depends on what they give up. How much draft capital, how much tradable assets are they willing to give up for Deshaun Watson? It's going to be the farm. It's not going to be worth it. It's not going to be worth it, not in my opinion. All right. Rodney Jones from the BEASTwriter family. What do you see the 49ers giving up to try and get Watson, or do you think they are not interested? I think they are in the Watson sweepstakes. Look, there's a reason why Fred Warner has not been extended yet. There's a reason why you see these other AFC teams making plays. There's a reason why I put out a podcast just 4 days ago regarding Fred Warner possibly being traded to the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. What are the Jets doing? Well, they're shopping who? The inside linebacker, CJ Mosley. They already have a need at inside linebacker anyways, even with CJ Mosley there, who was a 2020 opt-out. Now news is coming out that they're looking to trade him. Why? Could Robert Saleh be making a play for Warner? They have multiple first-round picks. What I said in my podcast is 4 days ago before this news broke. Connect the dots. There's a reason for that, my man. There's a reason for that. And yes, Deshaun Watson and the 49ers could still be in play. All right. Richard B. Costa says, I'm a newbie as of yesterday. Congrats on your 1 year. Thank you. I appreciate it. And this is congratulations to all of us, right? Not just me. This is the BEASTwriter family. It's not me. It's us, right? There's no me, right? There's no I in team. No. Legit, this is all about us. This is all about all of us coming together. And I don't care what fan base you are from. It's all love here. I love talking football in general. So if you see me wearing a Niners shirt or a Patriots shirt or a Steelers shirt or what, first of all, I get a lot of free stuff from the players, the coaches. a lot of people in the NFL, they get free stuff. So they don't wear it all. So they're just like, hey, Ryan, you want this? Sure. I'll take it. Free stuff. Sure. Why not? So don't be like, oh, BEASTwriter is a traitor. He's wearing a Raiders shirt. It's like, dude, like calm down. I cover all 32. It's not like throwing shade just because I wear a different color, different team shirt. Number one. Number two, I can wear the heck I want to wear because no one, you're not my mom. You're not going to tell me what to do. And if you were, you still wouldn't tell me what to do. Just joking, mom, if you're watching. But no, getting back to this. Yeah, come on. All 30, this is all fun. This is all for us. This is legit, right? This is legit. This is legit. Robert Watson, again, he is the first winner. So if you're just tuning in, Richard B. Acosta, he is the winner of the first BEASTwriter family giveaway. And he got a commemorative game day pennant he would like for me to sign. Robert, I didn't forget about you. I still have it here. I'm looking at it right now. I will get that signed. I kind of want to get it on video and post that up as a YouTube video just so people know that, you know, we're doing good things here. We're doing good things here. It's all about giving back to you guys. Jonathan K28, Eagles might have given Zach Ertz permission to seek a trade. Yeah, I saw that in NFL Network I saw that on NFL Network right before I came onto the live stream, and that's interesting. That is interesting. All right, Antonio Diaz from the YouTube BEASTwriter family. If Tonyan is traded, do you think Packers trade up for Pitts or go after their Ertz? That's a good question. Probably the most logical answer for you is I think they would go after Ertz. I think they would go after Ertz. And at number 6, the reason why Zach Ertz is possibly being used as trade bait is because now I see Kyle Pitts being drafted by the Philadelphia Eagles at number 6. That's what I see. That's how I see this draft playing out. You see, I see the on the ticker here, you see BEASTwriter P. sold the Bengals at number 5. That's already there. Bengals at number 6. Watch them. Don't be surprised if they go Kyle Pitts at number 6. So you have Trevor Lawrence at 1. We still don't know what's going on with number 2. Are they going to roll with Sam Darnold? They're going to trade for Deshaun Watson. We really don't know what's going on there. But assuming they stick with Sam Darnold because that's the situation that they're in currently, I think they go wide receiver, either Jamar Chase or Devontae Smith. Obviously, Miami Dolphins are going to go wide receiver, so you can go Devontae Smith or Jamar Chase. Pick your poison. So top 2 wide receivers off the board there. At number 4, you have the Atlanta Falcons. They're going to go Zach Wilson. At 5, you go Penei Sewell. And at 6, you go Kyle Pitts. This is all the top of my head, man. I like this stuff. All right, let's go ahead and move on. S14 Devlin says, if the season started today, which team in the West poses the biggest threat to the 49ers? Great question. Well, it's not the Seahawks. Definitely not the Seahawks. I would say it's going to be the Arizona Cardinals. I would say it's the Arizona Cardinals. They're the one team that you need to watch out for. They got J.J. Watt. They got Chandler Jones, who's still there, who I think might be a cap casualty. Hassan Reddick, we don't know what's going on, if he's going to resign or if he's going to go to a different team, kind of going to look to get paid. They did lose some cornerbacks there. They lost Drake Kirkpatrick, Patrick Peterson. So those guys aren't there anymore. Obviously, Robert Alford, they just released him, and I think they signed him back to a 1-year deal. But he was due so much money coming from the Atlanta Falcons. So the boundary cornerback position is in shambles. They do have Byron Murphy there. But again, a lot of moving parts there on the back end. But if I was to pick one team, I'd say the Arizona Cardinals. They'd be the one team that, they still have DeAndre Hopkins, Kyler Murray. We don't know what's going on with Kenyon Drake, but they can draft a running back at 16, whether that's Travis Etienne out of Clemson or Najee Harris. So you get your running back there. The offensive line is decent. I wouldn't say great. So I would say the Arizona Cardinals. Aaron says, man, you're scared with this Warner talk, but do you see the 49ers getting to replace him? No, there's no one replacing Warner, man. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. All right. John Zach from the YouTube BEASTwriter family. Wilson to the Bears and Darnold to the Hawks. My hot take. Woo! That is a hot take, John. And I like it. I like it. BEASTwriter family likes this. BEASTwriter approved. All right. Sanjo Sunny, what is going on? Hey, I've been waiting for you, Sanjo Sunny, to hop on the live stream, bro. I see you. We got Niners taking at 12. Do we say 12? Say we do sign or re-sign Trent Williams. who I see you guys taking, or who do I want taking? You guys know who I want to take, but ultimately, I think if you guys are sitting there at 12, I think you guys might roll with Caleb Farley out of Virginia Tech. Now, do I want Caleb Farley? No, I'd rather have JC Horn trade back and get a JC Horn or Najee Harris, my draft crush. But ultimately, the question is what GM John Lynch would do. I think he would go Rashawn Slater or draft Caleb Farley. All right. Let's go ahead and move on. Jerry Yang says Packers might not do anything at tight end because they did draft Josiah Duguara last year. I still think, based on the system that they run, that they need multiple tight end sets. Ultimately, I think the Packers would make a play for a tight end. But again, they have Robert Tonyan there. Great tight end over there. And he played really, really well. He played really well there. And I mean, Aaron Rodgers loves his tight ends. We all know how he loves. He had Bubba Franks. He had guys like Jimmy Graham for the short time there. But Jimmy Graham was on the Bears. Then he was on the Packers. Was great on the Saints. Then went to the Seahawks. Gosh. In fantasy football, Jimmy Graham did well for me for many years. Now, not so much. All right. Antonio Diaz from YouTube BEASTwriter family. Do you think Dolphins go with Najee Harris, ETM, as in Travis Etienne, I think, with their second first-round pick, since they lost on Aaron Jones? Yes, Antonio Diaz, thank you. That's a great question. And again, any question you have, I probably answered that in earlier podcasts, but because this is a live podcast, I love your question. Keep them coming. There's nothing wrong with that, but I would encourage you to go ahead and just get in the habit of any topic you want to look at on YouTube as it pertains to my analysis. Just type in my name, BEASTwriter, and type in whatever it is you're looking for. In this case, it'd be the mock draft, right? So mock draft, Dolphins, I guess you can say. Just look up my mock draft. There's also a podcast playlist. Oh, this is even easier. I made like 40 podcast playlists broken down by 32 NFL teams. So every team I talk about, you can see a podcast playlist. So just go to my YouTube channel. You can scroll through the playlist. And in the playlist, you can break it down by the team. So in this case, the Dolphins. I did a podcast on that. But if you want to see the mock draft, just go mock draft Dolphins maybe. I don't know. I don't know what I think it's like picking, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 16 through 21. I think right here. Just type in this. I'm pretty sure you'll find it. Mock draft Dolphins. You can just, doesn't have to be anything fancy. It's all in there though. It's all in there. All right, so let's put it up there. Just YouTube search BEASTwriter mock draft 16 to 21 because that's obviously picks 16 through 21. I think that might pop up. And let me know your thoughts there. I've broken down those picks in my mock draft version 1.0. Obviously, that has changed since, but when it pertains to the number 18th overall pick, I see Najee Harris going to the Miami Dolphins. That's who I see them taking. All right. Sandro says, you already know, bro. I must stay tapped in. And, man, I hope they don't take Farley. His injury history worries me. Hey, I'm not high on Farley, man. I'm telling you, man. I love JC Horn. See, John Zag says, yo, JC Horn's my draft. I'm telling you, JC Horn's a real... I agree with you, John. BEASTwriter family is strong. And now watch us all be wrong. No, but this is the fun part of it, right? Like, no one knows for sure. But when you're more right than wrong, that's how you gain credibility. Like, I don't just throw out stuff out there for clickbait. Like, oh, I'm going to say, no, I've never done that. When I say something, it's like, oh, wow, he actually said something. It gets even more credibility because, like, the views start coming in. I'm telling you right now, in my opinion, JC Horn is the better cornerback than Caleb Farley. I don't know what Daniel Jeremiah sees. I think he has him ranked number 5 on his big board. What? Now watch me be wrong. He turns out to be like the best all-pro, and that could very well happen. I could very good, but YouTube receipts don't lie. Twitter receipts don't lie. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. All right. Thank you so much, Nico. I appreciate the love, my man. Key Johns 25 from the BEASTwriter family. If 49ers re-sign Trent, would Jimmy then be traded or cut? Need that cap space. I'm just going to stay quiet. I said he was going to go back to the New England Patriots. That's ultimately my landing spot for him. I know they just re-signed Cam Newton, but hey, look, It's Jimmy Garoppolo we're talking about. And you don't think that Bill Belichick, after watching Tom Brady just win a Super Bowl without him in his first year removed from the New England Patriots, that he's not going to want to get back there faster? Who would you rather have, Cam Newton or Jimmy Garoppolo? I'd rather have Jimmy Garoppolo. He's 2 years removed from getting there. Knows the system. Was drafted by Bill Belichick. Give me Jimmy. Let's keep it G. All right. Rodney Jones for the BEASTwriter family says, best rookie quarterback in this draft, not named Lawrence. Easy. Zach Wilson. Boom. Zach Wilson has the most potential. I do like Mac Jones, though, as well. All right. Scott Henderson from the Facebook channel, or Facebook, on Facebook, says JC Horn has the pedigree, physical tools, mental toughness, and athleticism to be a top-tier quarterback day one. Absolutely. Music to my ears. Bring it. Bring it, BEASTwriter family. Let's go. Come on. Nico Wilson says that Jimmy Garoppolo goes to the Patriots. What do you think about Marcus Mariota to start for the Niners and then possibly Trey Lance behind them with Rosen? I don't know. I mean, it could happen, but Marcus Mariota on the Niners, might as well just keep Jimmy G. Jimmy G is better than Marcus Mariota. That's what I say about that. All right. All right, guys, it looks like we're coming up on 2 hours and 35 minutes. If you guys have any other questions, shoot them my way. I'm just going to go ahead and look at the live stream right here. And look, the Saints are interested in Richard Sherman. Legit, this is what is reported right now by Kevin Patra at 2:10 p.m. So we're only about 40 minutes behind on this breaking news. He says Saints among teams expressing interest in cornerback Richard Sherman. I'm just going to read this off. This is his analysis. A difficult salary cap situation won't stop Mickey Loomis, who is the Saints GM, from being in the mix of free agents. New Orleans is among the teams expressing interest in free agent cornerback Richard Sherman. NFL Network's Tom Pelissero reported Tuesday, per sources informed of the situation. I guarantee those sources are Richard Sherman himself. The soon-to-be 33-year-old corner has said he'd like to play another couple of seasons before retiring and has noted he's unlikely to return to San Francisco. Didn't Richard Sherman say that? Yes. Duly noted. The Saints have a need at cornerback opposite of Marshawn Lattimore after cutting Janoris Jenkins, who was due $11.2 million this year. Sherman would have a familiar face in New Orleans, where his old defensive back coach in Seattle, Chris Richard, is now coaching defensive backs. For those who don't know, Chris Richard he was a defensive coordinator with the Seattle Seahawks and also coached the defensive backs with the Legion of Boom with Pete Carroll back in Seattle. He also held out. He had 5 or 6 jobs to be a defensive backs coach last year, turned them down. Ultimately, he wanted to be a defensive coordinator. He understood his value. Unfortunately, that never panned out. And 1 year later, he's back to being a positional coach, this time with the New Orleans Saints. So there's some backstory there. Just a heads up, I cover all 32. All right. So he then further says, while injuries have been an issue in the back half of Sherman's career, holding him to just 5 games in 2021. When healthy, the corner has proven he still has the skills to be a difference-making puzzle piece. I don't see him being a difference-making puzzle piece. I would not say that. I think that's a bad take. The veteran's desire to chase another Super Bowl before he walks away and the Saints' willingness to continue to go all in even after Drew Brees' retirement could make a union possible. We know Sherman and Sean Payton have mutual admiration for each other. It could come down to making the money work and whether the Saints are the top contender for the Pro Bowler's talent. Well, he's not a Pro Bowler anymore. So that was the report there. Wow. All right. Other news. Tramon Williams announces his retirement after 14 years in the NFL. That's news. So what do you guys think about Richard Sherman possibly going to the New Orleans Saints? What do you guys think about that? You guys like it? Don't like it? For us, Ultimate Princess Beast, you're one of these people that hates Cam. I don't hate Cam. I just don't think he's going to revive his career. Sanjo Sunny's BEASTwriter family still think Colts have interest in McGlinchey? Absolutely, they do. Absolutely. Brandon Lutz says, I'm an Eagles fan. Thank you. Welcome to the BEASTwriter family. Fly, Eagles, fly, bro. Hey, what do you think about my analysis that if Zach Ertz is on the trading block or whatever, he's shipped out. You guys obviously haven't yet wide receiver. Don't have Deshaun Jackson there anymore. Obviously, you have needs at wide receiver. You brought in guys like Jalen Reagor, but is he really going to be the answer? I'm not so sure. But then what about Kyle Pitts, man? Kyle Pitts at number 6. I love this play. I like Kyle Pitts. What are your thoughts on Kyle Pitts at number 6 from an Eagle fan's perspective? I would love to hear your take, man. Again, welcome to the BEASTwriter family. I love Eagles fans. They keep it 100 all the time. They have no filter. I like that about them. I like that about Eagles fans. They just give it to you straight and unfiltered. John Zach, part of the BEASTwriter family, says, all the Darnold to SF has me confused. We have Rosen. They're basically the same, in my opinion. Bro, I would have to disagree, man. I think that Sam Darnold is a lot better than Josh Rosen. I think he has a critical factors to thrive in Shanahan's scheme. I think that's why the Sam Darnold rumors have not died yet. I did post a podcast on that. If you want to check that out, just YouTube search. Again, you see on the bottom here, I'm just, anything you guys want to know, just YouTube search BEASTwriter and whatever topic you guys want to know. So in this case, it's BEASTwriter, what? Sam Darnold? Let's just type in that. Sam Darnold to 49ers. How's that? Boom. That should pop up. Anything you guys want to know regarding anything that happened in the past or currently, you guys want to know my thoughts on that, I'll give it to you. It's all there for you. Yeah, so again, I do podcast playlists. So again, even this after this live stream is over and like you're like, hey man, you have more questions for me, but I'm not doing a live stream. Do yourself a solid. Look at my podcast or my playlist. Look at my playlist, right? So my playlists are in my YouTube channel. There's about 40 of them. You can scroll, you can categorize it by team, and then you can find out what it is we're talking about. So in this case, we're talking about what? We're talking about Sam Darnold, right? So just type in YouTube search BEASTwriter Sam Darnold to 49ers. Boom. Should be all in there for you. Should be there for you, and good stuff. It should be all good stuff there. And yeah, Sam Darnold to 49ers. All right, so ask me any questions you guys have. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Antonio Diaz, again, if you're not on YouTube, get yourself a YouTube channel and subscribe to your boy because we're running fun giveaways. We are giving away this Jimmy G bobblehead, complete with the NFL licensing logo. For Family Fridays, we are also giving away a 49ers Rumble backpack. And again, if you're not a Niner fan and you are chosen the winner at random, not to worry, just go to the team store and pick a value of $25, and I will go ahead and ship that out to you ASAP. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Well, we have a lot of questions. All right, here we go. Mello from YouTube, BEASTwriter family. The 2021 season is adding an additional game to make it 17 regular season games. Correct? If so, what does that do to the preseason? Are they going to just do it eventually? I don't know what's going on there, man. There's still a lot of talks about what's going to go happen. As far as I know, I haven't heard anything crazy on that. At least not yet, but I'm sure there will be. All right, the Illuminati says, Beast, how are the Rams still signing players with them being over the cap? I don't know. They're still making sound plays, bro. They're still making moves. Restructuring. I guess restructuring could play a role. I mean, let's look at their cap situation, right? According to Over the Cap, let's look at what they're doing. So currently, based on Over the Cap, I'm just pulling it up. I trust Over the Cap. If you guys want to know cap situation stuff, just go to Over the Cap. There's $17.9 million in cap hell. $17.9 million. That's a lot of money. They're in a deficit. How is that possible? I don't know. All right. Antonio Diaz from the BEASTwriter family. Like Pitts at 6, but the Eagles do have Dallas Goedert. That's true. They do have Dallas Goedert, but Kyle Pitts brings another dimension. Ultimately, if Jamar Chase and Devontae Smith are both off the board, do they go Jalen Waddle, or do they rather go and select the number one player on their horizontal board, Kyle Pitts, and might ultimately be the higher player on their vertical board? Nico Wilson, I'd like to say stay with Jimmy. I don't think it's happening if Trent comes back unless Jimmy steps in and structures his deal. Yeah, I agree with you, buddy. I agree with you. All right, John Zach from the BEASTwriter family says, are they going to play zone? Are they going to play Zoom with Sherman? Are they going to play zone with Sherman? Because he cannot play man for his life. Yeah, they're definitely going to play zone. Again, if Chris Richard is a defensive backs coach, he's going to teach the coverage shells. It's going to be a cover 3 deep, 4 underneath defenders. He'll be protected. All right, Bassy HD. from BEASTwriter family. Two of the biggest NFL quarterback busts out of SoCal, and there's a Niner fan who wants us to have both. Who are the biggest busts from SoCal? All right, for his ultimate report, I'm not saying Cam is the perfect quarterback, but he is not garbage. I'm not saying he's garbage, bro. I'm not saying he's garbage. I just think that he's past his prime. Now, if there was one coach, like I said earlier, that could revive Cam Newton's career, it would be Bill Belichick. Ultimately, he has a better supporting cast, so hopefully he'll do better. But don't be surprised if Jimmy Garoppolo comes to the New England Patriots, despite them inking Cam Newton to that deal. All right. Nico Wilson says on BEASTwriter family, Richard Sherman is great with young corners. He definitely has an impact as a leader. Great for a rebuilding team. Yes, I agree with you on those fronts. However, he's well past his prime. Ultimately, he plays behind the sticks way too often. Doesn't matter the down and distance. Still plays with a 5 to 6 yard cushion, giving up the first down. Why? Because he doesn't have that second gear. He never did. And when you're older, you lose speed. He didn't have much to begin with anyways. And he gets beat on double moves. I said it before the Super Bowl, before Sammy Watkins blew him away. I said, watch. I went on ESPN radio and I said, look, this is how you beat the Niners. You attack Richard Sherman. They're like, what? Yes. I said, why? I do game grades. I watch all coaches' film. I get the coaches' film, obviously. So I'm watching all 22. And what I see in this game, I'm like, look, he plays with a big cushion. Doesn't matter down and distance. He's going to get burned on the double move once or twice in this game. Watch. Boom. What happened? Bam. It happened all year long. Why no one pointed it out? Aside from me, I don't know. It's on the YouTube. All right. Let's go ahead and move on. Hey, Aaron says, hey, what do you think the Vikings are going to do? Well, they already signed Stephen Weatherly, and they also signed Dalvin Tomlinson. So obviously they know that GM Rick Spielman, being the nice inside-out guy that he is, he likes to build teams that way. Look for him to continue that trend. Although they got Dalvin Tomlinson and Stephen Weatherly from the Carolina Panthers, I fully expect him to possibly still make a play for offensive line or defensive line, right? We're talking about defensive players right here, but they can still get a guy like Christian Barmore. Or if there's like, that's too high to get a Christian Barmore, where'd they go and get a guy like Christian Darrisaw or Elijah Vera Tucker? One of those guys. So look for them to solidify the offensive line if they don't go defense. Niners all day 55. Thank you for your question. From the BEASTwriter family, I honestly think that we give up Bosa for Watson because that they just lost Watt. Yeah. If you watched my BEASTwriter podcast on that, I said that even before JJ Watt was released. That's why you follow me. Old news. Old news, my man. And you make a great point. Bassey HG, Rosen and Darnold. Yep. Josh Rosen and Sam Darnold. All right. It's Rezi. Ravens close to signing Derek Wolfe. Are they? Is that a question? If the Ravens are close to signing Derek Wolfe, so that'd be a nice play because, they have Calais Campbell. You bring back Derek Wolfe. You have Brandon Williams in the middle. That's a nice defensive line there. Derek Wolfe is, I had high hopes for him. Wasn't Derek Wolfe if I'm not mistaken, he was a high round pick, right? Wasn't he a first round pick out of Denver Broncos or something like that? Or maybe a second round pick? Definitely a first or second round pick, if I'm not mistaken. I thought that guy was coming out of Cincinnati, right? I was like, I don't know if this guy's going to be good. He's okay. Niners all day 55. Titans signed Janoris Jenkins. Oh, okay, there you go. So I just talked about how the Saints released him. He now gets picked up by the Tennessee Titans. Why? Because the Titans just released Adoree Jackson, which I said on a Twitter, YouTube podcast earlier. All right. There you go. There you go. All right, guys. Well, I think we're about to wrap this up. 36. Oh, yeah. Okay, thank you. It's Reezy said he went to 36 to the Broncos, so he's a second-round pick. Thank you for out of Cincinnati, right? Derek Wolfe came out of Cincinnati, if I'm not mistaken. If I get this right, it's going to be nuts because here we are 2 hours and 48 minutes into this live stream, and I'm just spitting facts off the top. Again, this is free-flowing. This whole conversation has been free-flowing. It's like sitting at a bar and just talking football. Hey, what team you want to talk about, bro? Let's do it. It's like trivia. My gosh. Boom! I got it. Hey, I'm not bad. I am not bad. All right. What else we got here, guys? Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on. Okay. After the move so far, are you convinced that the Niners will draft offensive tackle or cornerback in the first round? Good question. Depends what happens with Trent Williams. Depends what happens with Trent Williams, man. I don't know. Thank you, official LA King from the BEASTwriter family on YouTube. I love your avatar picture. That's awesome, bro. Is that you? Like, just what? That is funny. That is funny. I like it. I like it. All right. I think that's going to wrap it up for the BEASTwriter family podcast today. This is kind of a hybrid between NFL free agency and Taco Tuesdays. I think we rolled it into one. However, I might come back and do a Taco Tuesday. Usually we do it at 2:30 p.m. Obviously, because of free agency, things have been thrown off a little bit and just kind of transitioned into that slot time. Not to worry. Your boy's going to get something to eat because I've been on this live stream for about almost 3 hours now, which is fun. It's great. But your boy is hungry. He has to eat and then has to get his workout in. And then I'll return later tonight and talk about day 2 picks. So thank you so much. I really appreciate all you guys. Again, this is the 1 year anniversary of the BEASTwriter family. So again, I wouldn't be where I am today without you guys. So this is an accomplishment. This is the anniversary for all of us, not me. This is the BEASTwriter family. All of us are on this BEASTwriter platform, and YouTube is allowing us to have a strong social media engagement here. So thank you guys. I'll be back. I'm just going to eat something, work out, and I'll be back probably around, I don't know, 7:38, maybe even earlier. Take care, guys. BEASTwriter out.